Hello and welcome to Scott Bailey Memorial Field, where we've got the hometown Crestview Cougars taking on the visiting Loudonville Redbirds. It's a special Thursday night edition of football on the OH Report, and it's streaming to you live and free on your phone, TV, tablet, or computer. And it all comes to you next.
Kissel's Lawncare. There's no job too big or too small for us to handle. With top-of-the-line equipment, we are guaranteed to complete your next landscaping job efficiently and professionally. A hard-working, dedicated team is what we take pride in, bringing to every job to make sure the results are the best they can be. So the next time you have a landscaping project that needs done, think smart and think Kissel.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
What's up, America? Brian Skoronsky here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
Hello and welcome back to Scott Bailey Memorial Field. Storm Blunchley joined by the illustrious Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, it's never felt so good to be sitting inside a hot press box.
Yeah, Storm, it's the first time you're going to be calling football, buddy. So glad to hop in the saddle with you and get this done. It's going to be a great game tonight against two opposing foes.
Now, who do you think's more nervous, though, me or the players? I mean, we were talking pregame, and I don't know. I felt a little ill there for a second. I thought I was going to have to throw up.
I can see the jitters in you, Storm. You were kind of making me kind of a little bit of a nervous wreck myself, kind of up here pacing around up in this press box. But we'll get it done, and we'll get the fans what they want. So with the Cougars and the Loudonville Redbirds here going up tonight.
Yeah, so personally, my inaugural debut calling football, it's going to be a really fun one, though, Garrett. These two teams have some history, and it's a special Thursday night edition. I believe we were talking about it beforehand. 364 days since this very game was played. Crestview, of course, taking that one 45-25 on the road at Loudonville. So this one, a little bit of a history lesson for you.
Crestview and Loudonville has kind of been a rivalry, but not in the same conference, so in a sense. But they've been playing the last couple of years, and Crestview's won the last 3 matchups. They didn't end up playing that COVID year. I believe that was 2020. They didn't play that year because that was the year you only played your conference, so they didn't get to face up that year. But the past 3 matchups these two teams have faced, the Cougars have won the last 3. So far it's been in favor of the Cougars. Loudonville coming in, a team that was 1-9 last year. Maybe they can come in here, they get a little bit of confidence underneath them, maybe upset them and shock the world here on the road.
Like you said, Garrett, a slump season for Loudonville last year. They joined the KMAC this year. It's never an easy thing to kind of get guys to buy into that system after a year like that. But this Loudonville team, they have a young core, and they're excited to get things kicked off here on Thursday night.
Well, it's nice to have a fresh guy at the head coaching spot to come in and kind of take the reins on either John Pataglia. There's going to be a second season. Last year, just a 1-9 season, but they got some core pieces that can come back and see what they can do in a KMAC conference that they might be able to pick up some wins in. Their best player is going to be Peyton Regan. He's going to be doing most of the work in the backfield for the Loudonville Redbirds.
We're going to jump now into our Maumee Bay Turf Center pregame show. Garrett, it's a pretty warm one out here tonight, pretty comfortable. It's been, pretty decent weather, and it's held up here. No rain, nothing to complain about, really. Gorgeous field as always, but the new lights installed, Garrett. We were talking to the athletic director before this one, and seems like they got some cool tricks up their sleeve.
Yeah, Storm, I believe at some touchdowns. You're going to get a little bit of some flair here on the Cougars field. They kind of renovated it, started last year, got the new turf, and they're going to get the lights coming in this year. So it's going to be a great show here for the Crestview Cougars. If they get on the board, Loudonville going to try to stop that light show and play some great defense.
Moving right along here on our Maumee Bay Turf Center pregame show, Garrett, we already talked about Loudonville. They're less than favorable season last year, finishing at 1-9, but a new conference. This is a new opportunity for them here in 2022.
Well, Storm, playing a great team like Crestview, especially on the road, the chips are kind of stacked against you here. And you got to be a road warrior. You got to come in with your head down and kind of use some of that talk that all the media said in the summer and kind of use it as smack talk, bulletin board material. Tough environment to play in here at Scott Bailey Memorial Field, but come out and punch Crestview right in the mouth early. I think if you're Coach Pataglia, you're going to want to get the offense going. If you get the ball first, go down and score and kind of show Crestview that, you came here to play. You didn't come to just sit around and see what they can do. Loudonville, if they can put their head down and kind of stay calm, they should have a chance in this game.
Now for the Crestview Cougars side of thing, Garrett, of course, a stellar season last year, finishing at 12-1, unfortunately with that loss to Cary, but nothing to hang their hats on. I mean, they had a spectacular season. It is no easy task in any sport to go undefeated, and this Crestview Cougars team in the regular season happened to go 10-0, and that is just an incredible feat.
Storm, we talked to a lot of the staff throughout the summer, and they all kind of said it's kind of weird to lose to a state champion because you kind of don't know where you stack up. And they ended up losing that Cary team that was able to go on and win the state title. But they bring back a great class. Hayden Kuhn, really the one leading the helm there. Mason Ringler, a lot of returning guys on the outside, plus in the interior offensive line. And high expectation for the Cougars. They really haven't had this in a couple of years because they haven't been able to beat St. Paul, the biggest foe in their conference. They've really been the king in the Firelands Conference. St. Paul just has been dominating. Finally, Crestview able to get over that last year and beat them and kind of, show them that it's kind of our conference now. However, they got to replace Connor Morris, who almost rushed for 2,000 yards and almost 20 touchdowns, but they made 3 straight playoff appearances, so they kind of got the recipe for success here down in Cougar Country.
Little nod to it, a little homage to a series once ended here on the OH Report as we move along to our player spotlight. Running back Peyton Regan for the Loudonville Redbirds. Garrett, this guy is a real workhorse back.
Yeah, Storm, this guy's a tank, man. Coach John Pataglia even sent me his his bench and his squat and some of his personal weightlifting ability, man. This dude's benching 265 as a running back, 210, 5'9". So this guy's going to run through you. You got to tackle this guy at the legs. If you don't get him wrapped up, it's going to be off to the races, and the Birds are going to be dancing in the touchdown for 6. So Peyton Regan, he was an honorable mention, All-Pac 7 last year, 175 carries, 753 yards, 7 touchdowns, almost 5 yards per carry. That's a great number. But he also does it on the defensive end with 51 tackles and also 7 tackles for loss.
265, that's me. I mean, we'll have to see if he can kind of fireman carry me, see if they're relying on their sheets. Some coaches, they like to, glamour things up a little bit, so we'll have to see about that as we move on to our player spotlight now for the Crestview Cougars. Garrett, we got a returning guy here in Addison Raymer, and Connor Morris, he probably could have been our spotlight player for this game here tonight. That's how good he was, but Addison Raymer, he's no slouch either.
Well, Storm, he played wide receiver last season, and now with Connor Morris departing off the graduation, losing all that yards and losing the stability at the running back position, somebody's got to step in for them. And there was talks of maybe moving Wade Bolin from fullback back there to running back, but they're going to go ahead and go with Addison Raymer. He's going to be the guy back there in the backfield, getting the handoffs from Hayden Kuhn. I'm sure it'll be kind of a running back by committee, just everybody stepping in and helping out. But Raymer was outstanding last year, 27 receptions, 539 yards, 6 touchdowns, 20 yards a catch, which is that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's 2 first downs in one play. He's a key piece to replacing a Cougar legend in Connor Morris. Let's see if they can get it done with him.
Now we're going to move on to our keys to the game. We're going to start things off with the Loudonville Redbirds. Garrett, it's going to be no easy task. I feel like Crestview, that's a pretty hard place to win. With this new turf, I feel like the stands are always packed, but we'll see what the Loudonville Redbirds have to do to get it done here tonight.
Well, they got to make the Cougars one-dimensional, Storm. You can't let Crestview get their running game going and then off that be able to have Hayden Kuhn with the play action, boot right, and get the offense going through the air too. They got to either make them run the ball and not be able to pass, or make them pass the ball and try to force Hayden Kuhn into some bad decisions. And that's something Kuhn has been able to do great. He's able to go through progressions and get it done, but you can't let him get and lock in on that number 1 option, which is going to be an Addison Raymer, a Caden Cunningham, Owen Barker. They're loaded at the skill position. Make him go through his progressions and see if your defensive line can get home. And for Loudonville, they got to win the trenches. They got some returning guys coming back for the Birds that can get it done down there in the trenches. They got to win that if they want any chance to upset a Crestview Cougars team here at home.
Moving on our Maumee Bay Turf Center pregame show, we'll take a look at the keys to victory for the Crestview Cougars. Garrett, a team who's definitely looking to repeat the season they had last year. Like you said, losing to the eventual state champion Cary Blue Devils. Garrett, it never feels good to win, but I feel like if you're going to, you might as well lose to the best. So, and that's what they went ahead and did. So we'll take a look at their keys to victory here now on our Maumee Bay Turf Center.
So I think it's pretty easy. I think the biggest question mark for the Cougars is who's running the ball. And we mentioned that it's Addison Raymer, and maybe it'll be by committee, but
you're going to be all right there? But who's really nervous, huh?
They got to find somebody that can step in there and help out back there in the backfield. Let's see if Addison Raymer can get it done. Obviously, don't get overconfident. We know Loudonville had a bad season last year, that 1-9, not where they wanted to be, but it's a new year. There's a new team, and they got some new scheme under their belt. So see what they can get it done. And, of course, for Crestview, we talked about their skill positions. Wade Bolin on the outside, Addison Raymer, Caleb Cunningham, all those guys get it done on the outside for those guys. So hop in the Ferrari, get it to those guys on the outside and let them use their speed, and maybe you can go out here with a home win. But trust me, Loudonville's not going down out of here without a fight.
As one Chris Smoove might say, get to the outside and turn on those jets. As I think the nerves have finally set in for me. We'll see if they've set in for the players here. Week 1, Crestview versus Loudonville, moments away. That's going to wrap up our Maumee Bay pregame show. Garrett, there's nothing like Thursday night football. It's finally back. I know you've been waiting for it. You've been foaming at the mouth, Garrett. I know you're excited, and we're finally here.
It's been a very long offseason, Storm.
Longer than most, I think.
It's felt like an eternity, and now finally back here on a Thursday night. It's kind of cool that they do the Thursday night now, moving it up from Friday, and now it's on Thursdays. And I actually participated in this game, Storm.
On a Thursday?
On a Thursday
wow.
Night. So it's
kind
definitely
of
a different environment than a Friday night game. I think it's kind of cool, and only a couple other games. So lock in here on the OH Report, and we'll keep it live and free for you.
Devin Holloway set to kick things off here for the Crestview Cougars, and just like that, the 2022 season is underway. Loudonville receives the kick. Decide to take this one out. Fumble on the play. believe there was a flag down as well, and Crestview says they have it. So what a way to kick off the season. Garrett, recovered fumble on the kickoff. Very big mental lapse there from the Redbirds.
I'm not sure who was returning that storm. I think it was Camden Beachy. And I'm not sure how the Cougars were able to get back there and finally get the ball. Let's see if we can see here on the replay. See where the hit comes from. Looks like the ball just got stripped. Yeah, that's a clean fumble too and a clean Cougars recovery. So what a way to start it here for Steve Haverdale and his staff, as now Crestview in plus territory.
So now Crestview with their first offensive possession of the season, starting with a short field. That's going to be Addison Raymer is going to pick up a couple on that one. And Garrett, there's no better way to start off the season than a play like that, as we take a look at the Crestview offense starting lineup. Quarterback, of course, Hayden Kuhn, a long list of quarterbacks in that family. Addison Raymer at running back, the other back, Wade Bolin. Cade Cunningham at wide receiver. On the line, Owen Barker, Gavin Canes, Noah Stewart, Gavin Barker, Mason Ringler, Caleb Cunningham, and Sean Bailey rounding out the bunch. Handoff now. Raymer has it once again. Great block there on the outside. Ball comes out, but no harm, no foul as that one goes out of bounds. Crestview retains possession and picks up a couple.
Great play there from the Loudonville defensive line, just stringing that thing out. It was an amazing block from Wade Bolin, but let's take a look at that Loudonville defense. As defensive end Trevor Brenman, defensive tackle Bo Weiser, the other defensive tackle Zane Rossi, inside linebacker Dakota Berry, outside linebacker Aiden Wolford. Your inside linebackers Peyton Regal, outside linebacker James Henley, Camden Beach is your corner, Zach Frankfurt, safety Bailey Weiser, and of course your punter and special teams kicker Matt Sprang.
Hayden Kuhn out of shotgun. Pass, Cunningham catches it, gets the first down. Stopped at about the 7 or 8 yard line. That boot action there to the right, Garrett, that's something the Crestview offense likes to run a lot.
Yeah, they love to get you in these situations. It's going to be a play fake here to Addison Raymer. Then Kuhn's going to boot right off of that. And tremendous route from Cunningham, just breaking it off, getting to the outside and getting some spaces. Nice little pitch and catch here for the Cougars. They're in business.
So deep into the red zone now. Crestview now sets up with a 1st and goal at about the 7 yard line. Kuhn now with the handoff. Raymer swallowed by a host of Redbirds and maybe picks up one on that first down.
Nice tackle right there from Wolford. It's going to be one of the linebackers getting in there and stuffing the whole. Addison Raymer is trying to get through. And so far, Redbirds defense, other than that pass, has been able to hang strong, at least on this running game and this rushing attack from Crestview.
I feel like defenses are made on 3rd down, though, Garrett. You can stop them to 3rd down all you want, but if you can't get that 3rd down stop, it means almost nothing. As Hayden Kuhn this time under center, hands it off. I believe that was Caden Moore, on that one. Or no, excuse me, Wade Bolin with the touchdown. So that'll open up the scoring for the Crestview Cougars. Starting off 6-0 with the short field.
Crestview offensive line right there just made it look way too easy. Wade Bolin was untouched from about the 4 yard line in. Nobody even came near him. So great start here for Crestview, forcing the turnover on the kickoff and then driving it right in and punching it in for 6. Let's see if the PAT is true. And it is, as Holloway knocks it through. And 7-0 here early for the Cougars with 10:07 left in the first.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's bowling his way into the end zone, but I mean, he kind of just walked in there. I think he could have crawled at that point. That was some great blocking by the offensive line.
And the Redbirds were able to stifle him a couple times in running attack, but Bolin's a little bit tougher to tackle than Raymer.
He's a big dude.
A little bit bigger, you could say the least, man. That dude is jacked, Mr. Bolin is. So now this is what you didn't want if you were a Loudonville Redbirds fan, is to let Crestview get a lead here early and kind of establish himself and kind of get the jitters out, see if the Redbirds can respond here. Maybe take a slow, methodical drive and get into the end zone and see if they can tie this game up.
So Crestview now set to kick things away here.
So now Beachy back to return the kick. He had the fumble on the last time, so looking to correct some mistakes here as Holloway will tee it up for the Cougars and send this one deep.
So, Garrett, if you're Loudonville, you cannot have what you had last time. Obviously, you can't give Crestview a short field just like that. I feel like that's what their success was all last year, too. They would force you into bad positions, make you turn the ball over and get short fields. That's why their offense was so potent last year.
And what a great way here to respond from Beachy. Great return, following his blockers. Looks like he's going to be set up, I believe, the 27-yard line for Loudonville. So great field position here to start as we take a look at the Loudonville offense.
Quarterback Matthew Sprang, the two tailbacks, Peyton Regan and Baylor Weiser at the wide receiver position. Zach Frankfurt, Micah Simpson, and Camden Beachy, the two tight ends, James Henley and Zane Rossi. And the offensive line down in the trenches, Bob Weiser, Dakota Berry, and Trevor Breenman will bring up the Loudonville offense. So the Redbirds now with their first offensive snap of the season. In the shotgun, fake handoff, little bubble screen. That's to Frankfurt. He'll pick up a healthy chunk of yards, and a pretty good turnaround here for the Loudonville Redbirds despite that early turnover.
It's a low snap, too. Great way from Sprang to recover and just get that out to his athlete. Is now they're going to move in a little bit of a hurry up and try to maybe gas out Crestview here early. Sprang going to swing it back over to Frankfurt. He likes that, and he's going to almost break away from the pack, and that'll be a first down for the Redbirds. So back-to-back bubble screens to Frankfurt, who pick up a first down and move the chains for the Birds.
Yeah, the Loudonville definitely looking to push the tempo here a little bit as just two bubble screens on either side of the field. We'll see if they do it a third time. Drop back now. Short pass to Fenton. That one goes for about 8 yards, Garrett, and they're marching now as we take a look at the Crestview defense. Owen Barker, Mitch Klein, and Gavin Canes down low. Linebacker Sean Bailey and Mason Ringler. Wade Bolin, Tyson Ringler, Cade Cunningham, Addison Raymer, Michael Mays, and Bryce Perkins rounding out the rest of the bunch for the Cougars as the Redbirds pick up another first down.
Storm, I like the way they're using the tempo to their advantage right now. Crestview came out, got the score early. They're kind of up in their spirits. Come out here and, make them suck some air and get tired and need some water on the sidelines. I like the tempo they're using. John Pataglia using this to his advantage right here.
And maybe not something the Cougars were ready for is the read option. The quarterback decides to keep it. Ankle breaker there on Bolin. Sprang slides down, picks up 4 or 5 on the play.
Great read, too, from Sprang. Take a look at the replay. He's going to read this end right here. Blocked right into the running back, kept it, and then caught some ankles there. Right at the head of the C of the logo. So nice move from Sprang. Not able to get a lot, but able to move some yardage, get closer to that first down marker.
Sprang in shotgun. Motion now from Frankfurt. Faked the bubble that time. Great read there by Crestview. They're able to stop that one before it could get going anywhere.
Great play right there. I believe that was Barker getting inside. 2 guards pull, and he just went untouched right back to the running back. So maybe Sprang with the wrong read there. Probably could have kept it. Took it out to the outside for a nice little chunk of yards. But now third down. I believe 3rd and 8. And they're going to go empty set here, Storm. So looking to air it out here.
Sprang in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Rolls to his left. Great pressure from Crestview, and they get the sack behind the line of scrimmage, bringing up a great 4th down.
Great coverage and great defensive line play as they just blow this play up to start. Host of tacklers there for the Cougars. I think Owen Barker was there to get him first, and then Sean Bailey cleaning up the mess. So Barker with 2 big plays, 2 big tackles for losses in the backfield. Is
check this out.
I think Sprang might drop back. They're going to try to draw him off sides. And he should drop back and punt this there. There he goes. That's a bit much here in the first quarter, I would think.
The fake not doing it for you, huh, Garrett? Because that's a beautiful punt. Takes Crestview bounce into the back of the end zone. So they will set up shop at the 20-yard line. And Garrett in the fan zone. Ross Kuhn cheering on his brother. And, if you have something that you want to say to us in the fan zone, you talk about how great the commentary is. That's always appreciated. We'll read it here live and free on the OH Report in our fan zone. Just make sure you comment in Facebook or YouTube. But, obviously Ross cheering on his brothers. And what a long list of athletes the Kuhn family is, Garrett. They're all just built kind of different.
Household name here, Storm, at Crestview, the Kuhns. And there's another one behind Hayden, if you don't know Liam. He's going to be up and coming too. I'm sure he'll be playing quarterback. A nice move there from Raymer, showing off the speed and the agility with the juke move. And I thought could have been a horse collar tackle too from the angle we had up here, but nonetheless. And this is what Crestview is going to need out of Raymer this year. A little bit more agile on his feet than Bolin. So get him the ball, get him some space, and he can do some damage. Great read right there.
Blocking, though.
Tremendous jump cut to get by the defender, and great first down pickup for the Cougs.
Line parted like the Red Sea right there, Garrett, as Raymer able to find the gap and get up in there. Kuhn now under center. This time handoff to the fullback, Bolin. Swallowed up, though, not going to get anything. Probably lost a 2 or 3 on the play.
Great play right there from the Loudonville defensive line. Getting in there and stuffing those, leave those 2 pulling guards for Crestview. Able to stifle that, get a tackle for loss, and make Crestview play behind the chains.
Check that out, Garrett. Picturesque night here for the, I keep wanting to say Friday night lights, but they're the Thursday night, Friday night lights. So couldn't have asked for a better night here tonight.
Yes, from gorgeous too. Not too hot, and early in the season it's usually a little bit too hot, but this is kind of perfect weather. I think it's mid-70s, so still hot up here in the press box a little bit, but losing some sweat, losing some weight.
I mean,
won't mind us.
Kuhn hands it off to Raymer, trying to get to the outside. Picks up maybe 3 on the play. And I was about to say, Garrett, I think a regular person would be comfortable, but, me up here in the press box, I'm sweating. It's a little too hot for me up here.
Now 3rd down passing situation, Storm. I think it's 3rd and 8 again here for the Cougars. Let's see if they can respond, and this will be big for Loudonville. If they can get a stop here, get the ball back, and play devil's advocate, Storm, it would be great for Crestview to be able to get this first down and try to get some points on the board and kind of shut down Loudonville here early. Escoon's going to fake the handoff, Looks like he's going to go out to Ringler. Great pitch and catch, and that'll be a first down for the Cougars up near the 42.
Sorry, I was looking at the fan zone. Lindsay Mendoza is already in the comment section on the Thursday night. So I was going to say, 3rd down, Garrett, that's twice, 2 3rd down scenarios where they've gone to that boot right play. They really like that boot right action fake. They hand off to Raymer, and they've had success there with that, getting a guy open across the middle.
They did that last year, and we're able to do so much off of it. They're great at disguising the handoffs. Kuhn is at the quarterback position. He's able to hit Ringler right on the numbers, and going to be an up-and-coming player this year is Tyson Ringler, the sophomore. The coaching staff really likes him out there at the skill position. Is now Kuhn. He's going to go for a pass again, and he's got Ringler. That should be a touchdown, Storm. Little overthrown as Ringler was wide open. A little bit of a blown coverage, but great move from Ringler. And we take a look at the replay here, Storm.
Yeah, the fake handoff to Raymer and rolls out, and, that's a tough throw thrown across your body like that. Did have a man wide open, but that's why it's week 1, Garrett. That's stuff you have to work out, here in the early goings of the season. You can't be making those same mistakes later in the season, but those are the things you want to work out in the first part of the season.
And it's from a little bit of a backyard football tip here, but if you got the I see Ringler was running that little corner route. If he blew by the defender, maybe just take it straight. Maybe just run a vertical route and maybe throw a go ball as Raymer showing off his agility in the hole again. But isn't that why we're up here, Storm, and not on the sidelines coaching?
That's true. You do talk a lot about, though, how much you'd like to be a coach. So maybe if there's a backyard league, you seem to have all the tricks. Personally, from experience, you're a pretty godly a backyard football type of player. Super accurate quarterback.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was, MVP at the North Central State Flag Football League. So
officially?
No.
Okay. Player voted as Kuhn hands this one off. Bolin threw a couple of Loudonville Redbirds as he picks up 4 on the play.
That'll be a first down, too, Storm. 3rd and short. And Crestview able to pick up these 3rd downs. It's now getting a little demoralizing for Loudonville. Defense has been on the field a very long time here in this first quarter with now 3:30 remaining.
Kuhn now once again going to be under center. He's got Raymer and Bolin behind him. Fakes the handoff. Goes outside. He's got Raymer on the halfback pass.
This is going to be so nice for Coach Keener and this offensive staff and this offensive side of the ball. Is they're going to be able to have Raymer play the running back position, but also be able to go out wide, go out of the backfield like he did right there, catch a ball out of the backfield, and You know, he's a natural-born receiver. He played it last year, but now having to move back to running back and kind of do more, it'll be nice for the Cougars to be able to rely on him and rely on his skill and agility.
Dual threat running back. That's someone you want to take in fantasy, Garrett. You know, if Raymer's still on your waiver wires in fantasy, pick him up. Kuhn under center. Hands this one off. Raymer on the outside. Almost breaks free. Able to pick up the first down.
I believe that was Barker here on the left side with a nice block. Raymer's able to run right behind his pads. I believe that was Perkins. Maybe I was wrong. I think it was Bryce Perkins with a nice block coming on the end, blocking out the DN, and letting Raymer run right off his back.
Now deep in the red zone, inside the 10-yard line. Crestview's going to have it. 2:40 left to go here in the first quarter of action. I'm not even going to lie to you, Garrett. I didn't see where the ball went on that one. I got faked out.
There's a handoff up to Raymer up the middle. You got to watch this Crestview squad, Storm. They're
tricky.
The little misdirections, a little fake to Wade Bowen, the fullback position, and then a counter off of it. But Raymer just up the middle. It was like a couple yards, maybe 2 or 3. So second down here for the Cougars, 2nd and goal. Another opportunity to put some points up on the board and make this 14-0.
I was ready to call touchdown right there. I thought Bolin has it as Kuhn hands it off to Raymer. He gets inside. He'll be brought down at about the 2-yard line. So Crestview facing another third down, this time only 1 or 2 yards to gain, though.
I expect them Storm to go right back to Wade Bolin here in this opportunity. 2 yards. I'm giving it to Wade Bolin.
I'm giving it to Wade Bolin.
Coordinator here.
Maybe some trickery, though. I think that's kind of what everyone's expecting, so that's the beauty of football.
I guess Storm will see what Coach Keener and the staff drew up here.
Kuhn hands it off to Raymer. He's going to get inside for a score. So it kind of duped everyone with the fake handoff there to Bolin, and Raymer gets it, carries it in for 2.
And now Crestview up 13-0 pending this PAT from Holloway. Couldn't ask for a better start if you're a Crestview fan. Coming out, getting the turnover on the kickoff and driving down on back-to-back drives, making it 13-0. Up 2 possessions here, still with 1:30 left in the first quarter.
Holloway now set to line up this PAT. 1:30 left here in the first quarter. Kick is up, and it's good. So a 14-point advantage for the Cougars here early on our Park National Bank scoreboard. Tonight's high school broadcast is brought to you live and free on the OH Report. Thank you to our generous sponsors, Park National Bank, where you mean more. Kissel's Lawncare. Contact Kissel's Lawn Care for all your snow plowing, spraying, painting, and lawn care needs. Ashland-Wooster Drive In. Stop in for our fresh cut fries, homemade root beer, and your favorite conies. Get sauced at the stand. Maumee Bay Turf. Simonson Construction. From concept to completion, we can help you make your plan, refine your vision, and build your path for success. Sutton Bank. Earn cash rewards of your choosing for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Garrett, the Ashland-Wooster Drive In, man, their root beer is amazing. I knew you knew that I was going to talk about that, though.
Yeah, Storm, I was kind of went in the days when you start talking about the conies and the root beer floats, so maybe they might be open after they might have to stop out.
Peanut butter chocolate milkshakes. I love the fries. That's my favorite part. I'm a big fry guy, so.
Their fries are very good. There's not many things there that you can't say aren't good. I can't name one thing that I've had that I haven't liked.
Oh, yeah. The fried pickles are amazing. Everything is awesome. That one is hoisted away from Holloway. Beachy has it. He's brought down at about the 25-yard line, Garrett. So some success for Loudonville on their last drive. They just kind of hit a brick wall at about the 40-yard line, but they were marching up until that point.
I think they went away from the tempo a little bit. I think they need to get back to that. Continue to use that tempo because they were able to make some plays and get it into some of your skill guys' hands. We've seen it, Zach Frankfurt a couple of times, get it to him, and haven't seen a lot of Peyton Regan here. He was the honorable mention last year in the Pac-7. Get him some touches and see what he can do. But so far it's really been Sprang and Frankfurt doing most of the load here for the Redbirds to see if they can up that tempo again and get it going.
And we're seeing kind of two different offensive game plans here from either side. Crestview, they kind of want to wear you down over time, and Loudonville, the exact opposite. They want to hurry it up, keep those defensive guys on the field, and really wear them out that way. So we'll see how this drive goes here for the Redbirds. Handoff now, and great tackle there from Bolin as he is able to get to the running back before he passes the line of scrimmage.
Great play right there from Mitch Klein. He was the first one in the backfield, able to disrupt that, force it back to his linebackers, and great play from Bolin there at that outside linebacker position, able to fill the gap, fill the hole, stop the running back.
Sprang now in shotgun. Bubble screen outside. Still on his feet. They're going to say he's actually tackled. Caden Moore on the play, or on the tackle, excuse me, but not before the Redbirds pick up 5.
Great block on the outside here from Frankfurt. Watch him just take his defender out of the play. And if they can get those one-on-one matchups out there, Storm might be able to break one loose if they can get some great blocking out there, but tremendous pursuit from the Crestview defense. Gang tackling there with now just 25 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
14-0 on your Park National Bank scoreboard. This could be the final play of the quarter. Sprang has it once again in the backfield. He takes the snap, looks outside, risky pass, that one picked off after a couple wobbles. Bryce Perkins with the big interception, and another turnover goes in favor of the Cougars.
Big time play there from Bryce Perkins, the junior, able to just read the quarterback's eyes right there. Almost dropped it, was able to regroup. Take a look at the replay, see what happened here. I think it was a little bit of a miscommunication from the wide receiver. He just never seen Perkins, and little errant throw was Perkins able to pick it off, and now Crestview right back in business here on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, James Henley for Loudonville looked like he had a chance to make a play on that one. Just looked like he kind of wasn't ready for it, and Bryce Perkins there to take advantage, as this will more than likely be the final play of the first quarter. Kuhn drops back, gets it out. Bryce Perkins making a difference on the offensive end, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter, where the Crestview Cougars lead the Loudonville Redbirds 14-0. We'll be right back after this break.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Kissel's Lawncare. There's no job too big or too small for us to handle. With top-of-the-line equipment, we are guaranteed to complete your next landscaping job efficiently and professionally. A hard-working, dedicated team is what we take pride in, bringing to every job to make sure the results are the best they can be. So the next time you have a landscaping project that needs done, think smart and think Kissel.
We're back at Scott Bailey Memorial Field. Storm Blunchley joined by the illustrious Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, what a picture-perfect day it is out today, and what a picture-perfect start it's been for the Crestview Cougars on this Thursday night edition of Friday Night Lights.
It's been Cougs all night long, Storm, here early. Nice handoff there to Addison Raymer. Better tackle there from the QP on the defensive side of the ball, Matt Sprang. Able to bring down Raymer, I believe for a no gain. So Loudonville needs to stop here. 2 early turnovers here in that first quarter. Not going to get it done against a tough team, especially here on the road on opening night. Got to regroup, regain yourself, and get a stop here defensively. This will be a big stop if they can get it.
And Garrett, I feel like Loudonville's been doing a really good job defensively stopping the run game. It's been when they've gotten into these second and long, third and long positions where they've let Crestview beat him through the air, and Hayden Kuhn's been able to get out of the pocket and make some plays with his legs as well as his arms. So we'll see if they can slow down the pass attack. Hayden Kuhn in shotgun, rolls out to the close side of the field, still looking, fires it away. That one, beautiful catch by Tyson Ringler, and he gets out of bounds. Just like how I was saying, Garrett, they're having a lot of trouble stopping the passing game.
We didn't know who was going to step up at the wide receiver position. this year for the Cougars with Gabe Smedley leaving, then with Raymer stepping back into the backfield. Bryce Perkins making an impact early, and now Ringler making an impact on the offensive side of the ball as now Cougars in the red zone, ready to strike again and make this a 3-score game.
Crestview once again deep inside the red zone, setting up shop now here at about the 11-yard line. Hayden Kuhn in the I formation, hands it off inside the Bolin, breaks a couple of tackles and picks up maybe 2 on the play.
Short gain here for Crestview, but they've had a couple of those here tonight, and it's worked in their favor. As all it takes is one play, they've been able to break a couple runs loose, but not much else. Defensive line playing pretty solid here for the Redbirds. Got to try to keep the Cougars out of the end zone. Don't want to go down 3 scores here just early in the second quarter. Should have to come back here against this Crestview team.
Crestview once again, same formation. Hayden Kuhn followed by 2 tailbacks. This time to Raymer. Got some space inside. Reaches out for it. Not going to be enough for the touchdown, but will put him at about the 3-yard line.
Raymer quick out of the backfield, too. Got lightning speed. Almost able to get it into the end zone, but not able to stretch out enough to get the score. So now another chance for Crestview. This one on 3rd and goal, so be interesting to see if Loudonville gets a stop here, if Coach Averdale and the staff rolls the dice and goes for it on 4th.
I think the obvious play here is to hand it off, but we'll see. They've been having success on 3rd down with the passes. They get inside to Bolin. Going to be close, as I think he's going to be just short. So it's going to be 4th down. And Garrett, if I got that headset on, the coaching headset, I'm going for it, but that's just me.
I think they're going to go for it here, Storm. The way your defense has been playing, Loudonville hasn't been able to get anything going. They got 2 turnovers. I think you roll the dice here. Maybe, you're inches away. Hand it off to Wade Bolin, and maybe a QB sneak.
What?
All you need is a little bit of a push from the center, and you should be able to fall in for 6. So here we go. Let's see if they can get it.
I formation once again. Bolin his way into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, and Crestview's going to go up 20-0 over the Redbirds.
That's Wade Bolin's 2nd touchdown, Storm. In short yardage situation, this dude's going to be tough to tackle. So uphill battle now for Loudonville, to say the least, down 20 points. If we take a look at the coaching spotlight, Coach Steve Averdale took over this program as the head coach 3 years ago, 27-8. Past 3 seasons, 3 straight playoff appearances, led the Cougars to first team to beat St. Paul in 10 years here at Crestview. And last season, they outscored their opponents 471 to 160. So I think saying Crestview's in good hands here, I think, is an understatement. I think Crestview, they got a good one at Coach Averdale.
Definitely, and pretty photogenic there too, Garrett. That picture was looking pretty good. Did you take that one?
I did take that one.
He definitely got his good side as we take a look at the replay, Kissel's Lawncare replay. And when you're as big as Wade Bolin, those plays come easy.
Dominating start here for Crestview. I didn't know how they would turn out with the guys graduating last year, but great statement here early in this game. Far from over. Loudonville still got a chance here, but they got to get something going offensively. They got to limit their turnovers. I think they need to go back to what they were doing that first drive, that they didn't turn it over. They were able to get the offense going, push it down the field. They got all the way over on Crestview's side of the field, just wasn't able to capitalize. They can limit those turnovers and make this a close game by half. They might be able to fight back into this one.
And Loudonville's been playing, pretty streaky here. They'll have a couple of plays where, they'll do the right thing and then it'll just all fall apart no matter one play. That going for the offensive and defensive side. They'll force Crestview into, a 3rd and long and then give up a big chunk play. And even on the offensive end, they'll march for 20, 25 yards and then just kind of hit a stone wall. So we'll see if they can consistently put a good drive together here.
Be a great start if Cam Beachy can get a great return here and set them up on plus side territory. I'll see what he can do. He's had that one good return, but he did fumble one.
Ball recovered by Beachy. Gets about to the 23-yard line, Garrett. And, football's a game of one play at a time, and you got to think about how things could have been differently if, maybe that fumble doesn't go Crestview's way there at the very start of the game. So a game of what ifs, but you got to kind of just ponder about how it could have been different.
Well, as a player, you just got to put that behind you. You got to move on. There's nothing's going to change from what happened in the first quarter. Nothing's going to change what happened in the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. You just got to move on, take one play at a time, and just try to go down here, get some points on the board, just to get some confidence in these guys. Right now they're struggling. They're down 21 points here on the road on opening night. Want to get some points and get some confidence. Maybe get a big chunk play here that'll help. They're going to swing it out to Frankfurt, and he's not going to be able to go anywhere. Got a couple out of there. I think he's going to actually be behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1 or 2.
Kind of seeing the Crestview defense adapt here, Garrett. Those passes out to the flats were working in the first couple of drives, but, I mean, Loudonville hasn't been able to get really anything going off those plays here as of late.
A lot of those swing passes and screen passes rely on wide receiver blocking, and it was a great play from the Crestview defense, able to blow that up, get in the backfield and get a stop. See if Loudonville can maybe change their offense to get something going here. Is now Frankfurt going to line up in the backfield with Sprang and Regan.
Sprang in the shotgun, motion out, fake the play this time, regular screen, and
great hands.
That one's going to be broken up. They tried to go to Peyton Regan with a little bit of trickery on the screen play, but Crestview not biting on it.
I love this play design too. Sending Frankfurt out of the backfield to get the eyes there. Mitch Klein, if they could have got that past it, they might have had some blockers there, but great hands, active hands. I believe that was Ringler out there on the outside. Be able to tip that ball, get the deflection. And now to 3rd and long, a place Loudonville doesn't want to be.
Way to be aware, too, to get off the block and get your hands up as Sprang once again in shotgun. 3rd and long here for the Redbirds. Need a conversion here. 8:30 left to play here in the second quarter. Sprang drops back. Had Fenton open. Not enough on that one, though, to get it there. So we'll be 4th and long now, deep in the Loudonville territory.
Take a look at Calvert versus Mohawk.
Wow.
So big-time matchup here.
0-0.
In the second quarter. So no score over there for Brian and Travis Storm and the radio guys. Still 0-0 there in the second quarter. As in our game, Crestview up early, looking to get the ball back. Now Raymer's going to drop back for the punt return.
Kick is away. Raymer looks like he's going to let it go. Picks it up. Ooh, risky decision, but he gets it to about the 43-yard line. Garrett almost bobbled it.
Coach Traveler don't like that one. So.
We saw a play like that in the Ontario scrimmage, and having him mic'd up, he let Raymer know.
I already know he's fuming about that one. He's not going to like him grabbing that with his left hand, one hand in that. But Raymer trusts his athletic ability. I mean, he did it pretty flawlessly. I mean, it looked great from this angle. So able to get a decent return on it, too.
Linda Mendoza on both Facebook and YouTube. Awesome announcers, Mr. Bluntsley and Mr. Parlett. So
she actually said Mr. Garrett.
Oh, Mr. Garrett. Sorry, I didn't get to read that much of it. Is
first flag of the game, Storm.
A little bit of laundry on the field here.
It'll be a false start against the Cougars, so that'll set them back 10.
Back in my playing days, Garrett, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, that was my thing. I always jumped off sides. Every time. Our quarterback, Brevin King, would tell me on 2, and I'd be the one kid to jump on 1 on offense. What wasn't the greatest football athlete? You, on the other hand. Kuhn now dropping back. Couple of pump fakes, decides to take off. He'll get just a few on the play, but one thing you have to love about Hayden Kuhn, Garrett, is his just field awareness. His field vision is, not going to force anything there. He went through his reads and ended up taking off with the football. So great awareness there from the quarterback.
That was one of my keys for Loudonville. Make him do exactly what he just did to him. He got a 2-yard, or he got like a 4-yard gain on it, but now he's back just about to the original line of scrimmage. Now it's going to be about 2nd and 8. So make him go through his progressions. Make him tuck it and run it. I know he's a threat at running the ball too, but he's a bigger threat, at least in my eyes, in the passing game, as he's going to drop back once again. And he's going to hit Caden Cunningham right on the numbers.
Oh!
Beautiful move. Able to break defenders and drag one down as the Cougars are in business.
Giving him a little bit of the hee-hee on that one, Garrett. Wow. Caden Cunningham putting the defenders on skates.
And that was a tremendous throw, too.
Oh,
He
yeah.
put it right on the numbers. You can't get much of a better throw here, right on a rope. Down to Cunningham. Here's a replay. Beautiful read, too. Shakes off the defender with the stiff arm. Made him run
Makes
into
him
each
trip
other.
over each other. Adding insult to injury there on that one. A little bit of salt in the wound there. Tonight's high school football broadcast is brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Kissel's Lawncare. Contact Kissel's Lawncare for all your snow plowing, spraying, painting, and lawn care needs. Ashland-Wooster Drive In. Stop in for our fresh cut fries, homemade root beer, and your favorite conies. Get sauced at the stand. Maumee Bay Turf Center. Simonson Constructions, from concept to completion. We can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Sutton Bank. Earn cash rewards of your choosing doing simple activities with Kissel. So thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. And make sure if you're watching here live and free on the OH Report, you want to comment on our fan zone, as Frankie Seidel commenting on YouTube. Storm and Garrett are my favorite commentators. Awesome job, guys. So your family's going to have to step up, man. Mine's kind of giving us all the props here. Kuhn drops back, wants to go up top. That one back of the end zone, no good. But your Moo's going to have to get in here and comment.
See, I try to tell them to stay out of it. Linda's got it covered. We don't need any more of our family members.
No double coverage.
No, Linda's got us, but you got to like that matchup for Crestview right there. Throwing it up to Barker, who's upwards of 6'4", against Cam Beach, who's only 5'9". So I like that play call there from the Cougars. Take a shot deep, take one for the end zone. Not able to haul it in. It's now 2nd and 10 for Crestview.
You know, that's kind of a look, too, to keep them guessing, something different. We haven't really seen Crestview air it out that deep yet, so, keep the defense on their toes. As Hayden Kuhn under center now. He hands it off. Bolin finds a gap. Gets to about the 10-yard line. And despite the size of Wade Bolin, Garrett, he's got some speed in those legs.
Deceptive speed, Storm, right here, just going right through the hole and then turns on the jets. Takes out about 5 dudes when he's going down, too, including his own buddy. Tyson Ringler looks like he was shaking up on the play, but he'll shake that one off. As now Crestview in business. We're going to go at 4 scores here, still in the first half.
They're 3 for 3 on the red zone so far. Kuhn has it. Hands it off. Outside. Cleet Rogers picks up 4 on the play.
That was Cleet's first run of the year. Getting some varsity action. I believe a flag on the play, too. Let's see what the call is going to be. Looks like it's going to be against Crestview. They are walking backwards. Still waiting for the
Quite
signal.
a ways.
It's going to be a chop block on the Cougars. So that's going to set them back and see if Loudonville can use that to their advantage. Looks like first and forever.
So, Garrett, as a lineman, kind of put on the officiating cap, kind of maybe explain to the fans what that chop block might mean.
So when I played Storm, you weren't allowed, if you fired off the ball, you had to immediately go down. You weren't allowed, because if you go up and then go down, it's called a high-low, which I think what he was signaling. Is now Kuhn rolling out to his left. He's going to go deep towards the end zone, almost able to haul it in. Was Ringler, but not going to get it. But usually you got to fire out low right at their legs, or you either got to go high and you can't go back down. So it's kind of a touchy call. But I wasn't able to see it on that play there. But Kuhn not able to connect with Ringler, and now Loudonville looking like maybe they might be able to get a stop here. On second, it seems like, I think, 20.
Second and forever.
It seems like it.
Second in Olivesburg here.
There it was. I knew it was coming.
Oh, my goodness. So Kuhn now in shotgun. He's got Cleet Rogers to his right. Fakes the handoff. Goes deep. Wide open. Sean Bailey uncovered for the touchdown. Easy pitch and catch. Hayden Kuhn to Bailey. And the Cougars go up another score.
Crestview just making it look easy at this point, Storm. Looked like that was a little bit of a miscommunication in the back end for Loudonville. Just easy pitch and catch from Kuhn to Bailey. This connection we saw last year develop a little bit, and now could develop even more. Game 1, touchdown 1 from Kuhn to Bailey.
Holloway now set for the PAT. See if he can put the Cougars up 28-0 here with 6:17 left on the Park National Bank scoreboard. Kick is up, and it's good from the senior kicker Devin Holloway. Couldn't ask for much of a better start if you're the Crestview Cougars through about 2.5 quarters, Garrett. I mean, it's been nothing but success for them.
Able to play great defense and force a couple turnovers, and the offense has been pretty perfect to say the least. Other than the
one penalty,
the 2 penalties, they had the false start as well, and then that I believe was a high-low block. So perfect start here for the Cougars, and looking to try to finish this one even before half. They can get maybe another stop and then get another score and kind of put this one away. See if Loudonville can get a score here. They desperately need one. It's getting a little out of hand here early, especially against a team of the Crestview's caliber.
And Garrett, you can't really get ahead of yourself when you're down like this. You know, take it one play at a time. There's no score that's going to get you 28 points in one play. You know, you have to take things one step at a time. It's not going to happen just like that. So if you're Loudonville, don't get too down on yourself, but you also can't look ahead too much.
You got to limit the turnover. That's been a big, thorn in their side. They have 2 turnovers, the one on the opening kickoff and then the pick that Bryce Perkins was able to grab. Got to limit those. That's 2 touchdowns that Crestview was able to score off it. As you see the pretty ball once again to Bailey, just hit him right in the breadbasket. Didn't
floater.
need that much of a hard throw. He was wide open. As now Holloway tees it off, and Beachy going to fumble it, but he's going to recover it.
Beachy now across the 20, and that's about where he'll be stopped. Loudonville's going to start their drive on about the 22-yard line. Hayden Kuhn looking a little bit like Tony Parker with that float game right there.
Hayden Kuhn ain't Tony Parker, baby.
I can't help but bring the basketball references, Garrett. I can't help it. The Chris Move references, they're too clean, man.
See what Loudonville can do here offensively. It's been a struggle, to say the least. They haven't been able to get really anything going. They had the one drive where they were able to use tempo, but nothing really to hang their hat on. Haven't been able to really run the ball. I don't think they really attempted to even run the ball really a lot with Peyton Riggin. See if they maybe go to that style and try to wear out this Cougar defense.
Sprang now in shotgun. Motion from Frankfurt. Try to hand it off inside. Maybe a gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd and about 9.
Great play right there from Bailey getting in the backfield. Take a look at the replay. Frankfurt's going to come in motion from the left side. Little misdirection. Ooh. Hand it off to Regan, and Gavin Kane's able to blow that one up in the backfield. Just nothing going here tonight, Storm, here early for the Birds.
And I thought we were in for a little bit of an offensive shootout here, Garrett, with the way Loudonville was marching on their first possession, but the offense is stalling out here as Loudonville drops back. Sprang takes off running. Lost hold of the football, but able to recover it, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Sprang looked like he was debating whether to throw the ball or just tuck in and run, and just couldn't make up his mind. A little bit of butterfingers here, Storm. Maybe in the locker room before the game, popped in a butterfinger and kind of just lost that one. Is able to recover it, fortunately. So they keep possession of the football. But now it's going to be, was it third and 7, 3rd and 6? Going to get a timeout here for the Redbirds.
Well, listen to me, Garrett. If Wade Bolin is chasing me down full speed, I'm dropping everything and I'm just getting the heck out of there. I'll tell you that much. I do not want to be hit by that kid.
Yeah, Storm, maybe Sprang was thinking, just drop it. Got to leave. Bolin's coming, just let it go. But
I do not want to be hit by that kid.
I think Sprang was debating whether to throw it, and by the time he wanted to tuck it and run, it was just too late.
Make sure you tune into the Friday Night Pigskin. That'll be tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. We're going to actually get to have the rest of our night off here after this one, so a lot of Thursday night plans, I'm sure, for both of us. We'll have area scoreboard, highlight interviews, expert analysis, and more on the Friday Night Pigskin. I think when they refer to expert analysis, though, they're talking about Coach Will, not us, though.
Us.
If it were us, it would be super expert analysis. But Coach Will is always a joy to have in the studio. He always loves to chop it up, and
it's a lot of fun, to say the least.
I'm excited to see his breakdown. Drawing with the X's and O's, because when I played sports, I never understood. They would always just, I feel like, draw on the board and scribble or whatever, and you would just nod so they didn't yell at you. So I'm interested to see if I can actually understand what he's trying to say. Loudonville out of the timeout, looking to go deep. They heave it one-on-one matchup. That one just a tad overthrown by the Redbirds, and that'll bring up 4th down with 4:55 left to go here in the second.
Alpha just trying to get out of really their own end zone, just kind of chuck that one deep, see if their athlete there on the outside can go out there and make a play. I believe that was Frankfurt. Great coverage from Cunningham. If he didn't stumble, might have been able to make a play on that ball and try to get an interception, but a little overthrown. Is now 4th down here for the Redbirds. I'm sure they're going to punt this away. Trying to draw them off sides against Storm.
Wouldn't it be nuts if they ran a fake now out of this?
It'd be quite the gamble here.
Raymer at about the 50-yard line. Great blocking there. Stumbles back, gets outside, picks up a healthy chunky yardage. I believe they'll start at the 40-yard line, Garen. And a big help tonight for Crestview's offense has been the short fields that they've been given here from Loudonville's offense.
Have been great defense here from the Cougars. Forcing those 2 turnovers will help too. Great return here too from Raymer. Able to stiff arm the first defender. I believe he goes out around 42 or 43-yard line. It's good. They're going to mark it actually at the 40. So plus field position for Crestview once again. Let's see if their offense. They got 4 minutes, plenty of time here to really run whatever you want. Go down here, maybe get a score right before half, and go up 35-0.
Kuhn in shotgun, rolls out to his right, searching. He's got Bryce Perkins open on the sideline, and he'll pick up a decent chunk of yardage on that play. And Garrett, the passing attack has been working wonders for the Cougars.
Great impact here from Perkins so far tonight. He has the pick. He's made a couple catches too on the offensive side of the ball. So great game here from Bryce Perkins so far.
I think another big storyline, Garrett, too, is the yak for Crestview. The yards after the catch, it's not like they're getting stopped. They're getting, 10, 15, 20 yards extra on every pass play that they get. So Loudonville has got to do a better job wrapping up and bringing these guys down. Kuhn takes a snap and shotgun. This time rolls to his left. Bailey wide open once again. Going to be brought down at about the 8-yard line. Another pitch and catch. Hayden Kuhn to Sean Bailey.
It's great for Crestview to have 2 tight ends that really can run. That set that they do right there. Barker on the right side, Bailey on the left. Just a little out route over there to Bailey. A nice throw from Kuhn. Had pressure in his face too. Able to deliver that one in. Is now Crestview in the red zone.
Saw that on our Kissel's Lawncare scoreboard, replay. As inside the 10-yard line now, similar formation for the Cougars. Kuhn rolls to his right, looking to go to the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown. Tyson Ringler on the reception. That one a nice 8-yard pitch and catch for Crestview's 5th touchdown of the night.
So the underclassmen Storm making a big impact here tonight. Bryce Perkins, we already mentioned, now Tyson Ringler. He's going to get a stamp on this game. Getting the end zone for 6 is now 34-0 here for the Cougars. They made that offensive drive look very, very easy, Storm.
So Hayden Kuhn tonight putting up Marshall Shepard-esque numbers here so far through the first couple. Can you tell I'm still upset about the Phenom stuff? That one up and in from Devin Holloway. He's also a perfect 5 for 5 on PATs. Under 4 minutes left to play here on the Park National Bank scoreboard, and Loudonville going to have another crack on offense.
Tremendous just pocket awareness from Kuhn, rolling out to his right. The guy was there in his face, but he knew he had Ringler wide open. Able to put it in between the numbers. Great play after the catch, diving for that pylon. And getting in is now Crestview. Kind of showing Storm why they're kind of been the talk of the offseason here with the media. Everyone thinks and expects them to be one of the best teams in the area. So far, they're showing it here in the first half, 35-0 Cougars.
And Garrett, this is a team we had a lot of time to spend with in the offseason. We were out at a lot of their practices, and they don't take days off. This is a Crestview team who works very hard. You could tell that there's there's something special going on here as they want to be here, they want to win, they want to buy into the system. And, it was a long summer for them as well, but they put in the work for sure.
Yeah, the Cougs have been out here working their tails off, trying to get to this spot and try to get back to where they were and advance farther than they did last year, losing to that Cary squad that was the eventual state champion. They want to get farther than that in the playoffs and really see what they can do. And so far, looking like a great team so far, up 35-0 against the visiting Redbirds.
Holloway now boots that one away. Simpson has it for the Redbirds, cuts back to his right, tackled at about the 25-yard line. But how fun was that last year, with the Colonel Crawford matchup in the playoffs? I think they had 2 home games for the playoffs, and what an electric atmosphere that was here at Crestview for those 2 games.
Yeah, Storm was awesome out here on the new turf, too. They were able to finally get that built towards the end of the year. They've been playing at Ashland High School. Finally able to come back here to Scott Bailey Memorial Field, and gorgeous venue that this has turned into with the turf field. And just what a heck of a couple years it's been for Crestview with the 3 playoff appearances since the hire of Coach Averdale. And winning ways and winning culture can change some things. And 27-8 is pretty remarkable. Looking to pick up another win and move that to 28 here tonight against a Loudonville squad that so far has been able to do much against this Crestview D.
Got a timeout on the field now. I believe that was from Loudonville. So we'll see if they can get anything going offensively. Garrett, it's been kind of tough for them to get things going. And it's been just as tough for them on the defensive end, as they've really not been able to stop Crestview at all. It's been pretty easy for them. They've had some short fields, but it's been just Hayden Kuhn getting it to the guys that are open pretty much all night long.
Taking a look at the Loudonville fan storm. Bit of a travel up here, not too far, but they showed out that those little stands over there are packed fully, so the Birds came to play tonight, but so far not able to result on the field, down 35-0 here to Crestview. So a lot of game to play. They can get in here and just get some confidence, like I said, not even really get some points on the board, but just maybe make a big play, get the guys on the sidelines, get them going, get some momentum. They just seem a little down right now, and it's hard not to be when Crestview's been able to have their way as they swing it out, leave that to Regan, and great play from Bolin, just getting out there and wrapping up the big guy with a tackle for loss.
My Ohio geography isn't that great, but what's that? That's past Ashland, right? Loudonville, so probably, a 30-minute drive?
Probably like 25, 20-ish, 30-ish.
30-ish.
Depends.
If you're flying.
The Gucci whip, probably like 10 minutes.
The Mercedes school bus, yeah. So, we'll just say 20 minutes. So, a little bit of a hike here for the Redbirds. Now with the direct snap, QB draw to Sprang, and once again swallowed up in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Loudonville offense.
This Crestview defensive line is just eating. As soon as the guard or tackle pulls away, Owen Barker's right down the line and is able to get in the backfield and tackle either Sprang or Regan for a loss in consecutive plays. Is now brings up looks like a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13 situation. And if you're Loudonville, maybe you just want to try to take as much clock off as you can before if you're not able to get the first down, to give it back to Crestview, just so they don't have as much time to get some points on the board. Maybe just to stop the bleeding just a bit.
Sprang now sends a guy in motion, takes it once again himself, and another great play by the Crestview defensive line. This time Sean Bailey first to the ball carrier.
I believe Crestview's going to call a timeout here. To stop the clock so they can get the ball back and have plenty of time to operate. But Loudonville's been using a lot of misdirection. They've been sending Frankfurt in motion to try to, get these linebackers moving and try to get them to stop reading their gaps. But so disciplined Crestview's been so far. They haven't fell for any of the fakes. They've been able to key in on their guys. And so far, that's why Loudonville hasn't had any chunk plays on offense, really. They had that first drive, but other than that, it's been nothing.
Triple deuces left here in the second quarter. So, Garrett, if Crestview is able to get the ball back, they have a ton of time offensively here. Even if they have just, just under 2 minutes left to go in the half, I mean, that's a world of time in football.
We have some right after Crestview. In this half, the window's down. You get to check out the Crestview and Loudonville marching bands coming up here at the halftime show. So shout out to all the bands. I think they make football, I was going to say Friday night, but tonight, football Thursday night, I think they make it live. It's a great vibe and atmosphere here, especially when bands and fans are here. It's awesome to be a part of this.
Yeah, the Thursday night, Friday night lights. I was actually in band for a while, played the trombone. It was actually a lot of fun to, you got free admittance, you got to cheer on the team, you got to travel to all the games. It was actually a lot of fun as Loudonville kicks this one away, line drive.
Maybe we're going to one-hand this one, Storm, you think? Oh, yeah, he went for it.
I thought he was going, if that bounce was any higher, he was going to take that one. Take a look at our replay, and I mean, you could see it. He wanted to. He wanted to, but
maybe Haverdale
I bet Haverdale had a talk with him for sure.
So now Crestview, this is plenty of time. This is a 2-minute drill. This is what you practice for in these key situations. Go down and try to score in 2 minutes. Look for them to maybe even mix in some runs. I believe they still got 2 timeouts because they only called the one just a couple minutes ago. So looks like they're going to go to a passing formation here. Just got Raymer in the backfield. 2 wide receivers top of your screen and 1 at the bottom.
Kuhn with the fake handoff. Boots left. Going through his reads. Great play there from Trevor Brennan, just grown man move right there, bulldozing the offensive lineman and getting to the quarterback.
That was Stewart that pulled and just great play right there.
Wow.
And showing off the strength, just bulldozed Stewart right into Kuhn and knocked him off his feet and then able to wrap him up for the tackle. So that's the big play that Loudonville needed just to stop some momentum. Is now Kuhn back to pass, and he's not going to have anywhere but heads-up play, getting out of bounds, at least stopping the clock with 1:39 remaining.
And, Garrett, you see Loudonville, they're doing a good job getting Hayden Kuhn off his platform, not letting him get set, having to make these throws and these reads on the run. So Loudonville, some pretty good defense here now in the past couple of plays.
Well, if they can keep Crestview out of the end zone or stop them from getting some points, it would be big to just try to limit this to at least striking distance if they can crawl back into this game in the second half. But we mentioned a couple times, just getting the guys some confidence before, the halftime break. Maybe they can force a turnover and just jolt their spirits up here on the road.
2 seconds on the play clock. Crestview able to get it off. Kuhn now. Almost picked off and is picked off. Wow, there's the play you were talking about, Garrett, is Wolford picks that one off. There's going to be a flag on the play, though. We'll see if that's after the fact or not, but a big momentum shift if this one stands for Loudonville.
They desperately needed this one. They needed something to go in their way, in their favor. And I'm hearing some claps. I believe that's from the Redbird fans.
Yeah.
So I think it is going to stand. And look at the sideline. Now they're pumped up a little bit. I think the flag was after the fact, Storm. I think that's going to go on Caden Cunningham. It is going to go on Crestview. So even some more yardage going in the favor of the Redbirds, something they desperately need. And now maybe getting in the field goal range, getting close at least.
Well, Garrett, this is an eternity. 133 is an eternity here for the Redbirds. This is their best field position here so far of the night. So they really need to capitalize, and I think this is must score here for Loudonville.
Yeah, they desperately need something, even if it's 3 points, just something to get on the board, get some momentum. But as you mentioned, Storm, 133, they got plenty of time to really do whatever they want. I believe they also still, have 2 timeouts to do whatever they want with him. Spring, he's going to hand it off to Regan here. He's going to pick up a couple.
Now look for the Redbirds to hurry this one up, and they want to go fast. They don't want to burn these timeouts here too early, so they're in the hurry-up offense now. Spraying in shotgun. Fake handoff, a quick pass, almost another turnover. That one, scary play right there, but we've seen a couple of those so far tonight, not able to get the hands on it for Loudonville.
Could have been the second interception, Storm, if Caden Cunningham would have been there maybe a little bit later. Could have got his head up and maybe picked that one off, but just fell right off the fingertips of Frankfurt.
Clock stop now. Triple ones on the Park National Bank scoreboard here right before halftime. See what Loudonville decides to do here on this third down. Send the guy in motion. The fake bubble screen. going for it all. That one caught into the end zone. It'll be close. They call it a touchdown, I believe, on the field. So Loudonville scoring right before halftime. Some big momentum after the turnover.
Nice play, a nice pitch and catch from Sprang to Simpson, who's able to shake off the defender. That was being Tyson Ringler on coverage. He's definitely going to be in. That's going to be a touchdown. Raymer a little too late there to stop him from crossing that goal line, and that's exactly what Loudonville needed right there, was to get the turnover, get some points on the board, just to settle down a little bit, maybe see if they can get something going here defensively. Still 104 left. Looks like the PAT is going to be good too, so 35-7. Crestview still out to that advantage.
And Garrett, still a mountain to climb here for Loudonville, but this is a brand new game. Some life finally breathed into these Redbirds. Still a tough task to say the least, but I think that's exactly what they needed. Just a little bit of momentum. We'll see if they can take it and run.
Be curious if Coach Hadwell comes out and just kind of knees this one out, or if he wants to continue to try to get some points, which I think that's going to be the route he chooses to take. Still 104 remaining, so plenty of time for Crestview. Maybe Loudonville can try to force another turnover and get it back, and even try to rush down there and get another score.
Just can't turn the ball over at this point. I think if you're Crestview, if you're going to go for points, I would, try to do it as safe as possible. I know that's kind of stating the obvious. You obviously don't want to turn the football over, but I think with the momentum that Loudonville has right now, a turnover would be absolutely detrimental despite the score. Loudonville set to kick this one away. So this will be the first look at the special teams for Loudonville on kickoff.
Raymer's going to be back for Crestview returning kicks this year. He's also going to be returning the punts, so see what he can do if he gets the ball in his hands and gets an opportunity in space. One of the shiftiest players on the field.
Pooch kick here to about the 30-yard line. That's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a flag. Now in high school, where do you start with that one now after that flag?
I believe you get it 15 yards past the spot. I'm kind of basing all my rules off of Madden, so
some healthy field position, though, to say the least, for Crestview, and just over a minute to play. There's a lot of time left for them to potentially put some points on the board.
I think it's 10 yards storm from the spot where it went out of bounds.
So we'll see what Crestview elects to do with their last 1 minute here in the second half, or in the first half, excuse me. Kuhn hands it off. Raymer on the outside. Picks up a healthy chunk of yardage, almost gets out to the 50. So I feel like they were trying to run it out, but now, Garrett, almost at the 50-yard line. Maybe things change.
That great run, a great block right there from Barker. He threw his defender about 4 yards back and then went after the quarterback and drove him about 6-7 yards down the field. So now in great position here. 46 seconds and counting. See if Crestview airs it out here, and they will.
Hayden Kuhn rolls to his left. Nobody open. Finds Cunningham. We'll see if he's able to stay in bounds. Going to say he was, so catch inbounds, then got out of bounds, so the clock will stop. 35 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Expect Crestview maybe to go deep here. Take a shot at the end zone. Even though they still got 35 seconds, so you got plenty of time to run some plays to get out of bounds. I love those boot action type passes and move in the pocket for Kuhn. See if they do it here.
So Cunningham and Ringler out wide to the right, where Kuhn's going. He steps up in the pocket, still dancing away. He gets it outside. A great pitch and catch there to Owen Barker. And some improvisation there for Crestview, as I feel like that's kind of the backyard play right there. 5 Gators, scramble out, get something going. You need to get something. And they do right there on that pitch and catch for Owen Barker.
You got to have a lot of confidence, too, in your receiver to kind of throw that ball in. Confidence in yourself if you're Hayden Kuhn right there. I mean, he threw that one right on the numbers. 2 defenders on Barker's back hip, able to put it right on the hands, get him out of bounds, and stop the clock. Now 28 seconds remaining for the Cougars.
Kuhn takes a snap, fake handoff to Raymer, goes out left. They're going to have a guy, Cade Cunningham. He gets up, loses the football. They're going to say it was recovered by Loudonville, but I think they're going to rule that might have been down. We'll take a look at the replay.
I think they're giving it to Loudonville Storm. See here on the replay, Cunningham with the clean catch. Definitely a fumble.
Yeah, definitely.
And it looks like Beachy was able to hop on that. So what a big-time play here for Loudonville to get the stop and keep Crestview out of the end zone, as now they still are clinging to some life here. Just down 28 points, 19 seconds. You might want to knee this one out of the half. Just head to the locker room and see if you can do something coming out in the second half. Don't want to give any opportunity for Crestview to get the ball back. An interception, fumble, turnover. I think you just need this one out. Head to the locker room.
Lined up in shotgun here, Garrett, so I don't know. Sprang has it, and 3 guys in motion for them. Sprang takes the snap. Almost a sack, excuse me. Loudonville trying for the screen play, but that one broken up by the Crestview defense.
Storm, that would be my biggest scare right here, is if this ball gets tipped up straight in the air, and if he can get both hands on that, that's a touchdown. He's walking in for 6. So that was kind of my fear, throwing the ball down here, still in Crestview territory, down 28 points. I don't think you want to go down more, but I think coach is just like, we got to get points as fast as we can. We got a little bit of time left. Let's just take that risk, and looks like they're going to hand it off now to Regan. And he'll pick up a couple, and I'm sure that one will be the half.
So it looks like that play will bring us to the end of the first half. See if Loudonville gets off one last play. They will not, so 35-7 your score here after 2 quarters. We'll see if Loudonville can complete the comeback or if Crestview will hold off the Redbirds. Make sure you stick around for our halftime show. We're going to watch the bands, and we'll have some halftime analysis here coming up next, live and free on the OH Report.
Kissel's Lawncare. There's no job too big or too small for us to handle. With top-of-the-line equipment, we are guaranteed to complete your next landscaping job efficiently and professionally. A hard-working, dedicated team is what we take pride in, bringing to every job to make sure the results are the best they can be. So the next time you have a landscaping project that needs done, think smart and think Kissel.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
What's up, America? Brian Skoronsky here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
We will continue our show with All My Life by the Foo Fighters. Next, we'll feature our color guard as the band performs an AC/DC favorite. We will conclude our show tonight with a precision drill to an early rock and roll favorite. Here's Johnny Be Good.
Production of Hannah Wolf, Devin Redinger, and drumline instructed by Nick Serrano, we proudly present to you the 2022 Marching Cougar Pride. Tonight we remains a signature song for the band. Sit back and enjoy our performance of Journey's hit, Any Way You Want It. For our second number, the band brings to you a 1987 single by Whitney Houston. It entered the Billboard Hot 100 at number 38, but would reach the top spot 6 weeks later, making it Houston's fourth #1 single in the U.S. At the 30th Annual Grammy Awards, this song won for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, marking Houston's second win in the category. Here is the MCP's performance of I Wanna Dance With Somebody. show with a popular hit released by a-ha in 1985. This song topped the Billboard Hot 100, and the music video won 6 awards and was nominated for 2 others at the MTV Video Music Awards. Give it up for the Marching Cougar Pride as they play Take On Me.
And what an awesome performance from the 2 school marching bands here tonight. Garrett, like you said, it always just adds something a little extra. I know when we kind of had that COVID season in 2020, things got a little weird. You know, it wasn't quite the same. The bands weren't there hyping everyone up. So glad to see that they're all back, and, a great performance by the 2 bands as always.
Yeah, Sherman always brings an awesome vibe here. Whatever school you're at and whatever community you're in, everybody just coming to the Friday night games, Thursday night games.
Thursday night, Friday night lights.
Tonight, but it's just a great atmosphere to be here. Both stands are packed. You know, bands are here. And a great game that we're having here.
Let's take a look on our Maumee Bay Turf Center halftime show at our halftime stats now, starting off with the Crestview Cougars, 12 first downs, 105 rushing yards, 193 passing yards, 298 total yards, no turnovers. I believe they actually have 1, right?
They do.
They have 1 turnover, 2 penalties, and 15 penalty yards. For Loudonville, they have 7 total points, 4 first downs, 18 rushing yards, 40 passing yards, 58 total yards, 2 turnovers, no penalties for 0 yardage. And Garrett, despite what the scoreboard said, despite what the stats said, is Loudonville having all the momentum coming out of halftime here.
Well, they had that interception storm off of Hayden Kuhn, was able to get that late touchdown there at the end of that first half, but other than that, they haven't been able to do anything offensively. Only 58 total yards of offense, and Crestview's just been really just manhandling them. 298 to 58 in favor of the Crestview Cougars in terms of yardage. And Hayden Kuhn, what a night he's been having. 13 for 17, 193, 2 touchdowns, and he is the one with the turnover for Crestview. He had the interception there late in the first quarter. The Loudonville was able to capitalize, but so far the favorite, the Cougars, coming in this game so far. They're doing their job, up 28.
It'll be interesting to see how the Cougars react. I mean, a big scoring advantage for them in the first half, but you never know. Loudonville could come out and make a couple of key plays. Like you said, all they needed was that one play in the first half. They got it with the turnover, so we'll see if they have the momentum. But Crestview starting off with the ball, so I'm sure they're going to want to make a statement and march right down the field and score.
Yeah, so they're going to try to drive down here, get this to running clock here in the second half, and try to get out of here with a big Week 1 victory. But Loudonville, they want any chance to come back in this game. The first possession for both teams, Loudonville has to get stopped. They can't let Crestview go down and get a score. That virtually makes it almost impossible to come back in this game. They'd have to score on every single drive and stop Crestview and force a couple turnovers. So this is the biggest possession of the game really for both sides. Crestview, he really tries to put it away, and for Loudonville, it begins to make that climb in this comeback down 28.
And we'll see if Hayden Kuhn is rattled at all after that interception. I mean, he'd been playing pretty well, or actually exceptionally well, up to that point. We'll see if he gets rattled or if he's able to shake off the nerves and come back and be himself from the first quarter.
That's when we saw them, Crestview versus Ontario in that scrimmage, and the offense kind of came out a little bit shaky. I think it was 10-7 at half, and they really weren't able to get anything done. But now, coming out here in Week 1, putting up 35 in the first half, I think Coach Keener and the offensive staff, offensive side of the ball, they're happy with their performance so far. I think they didn't like the turnover, obviously, the interception there late. That would have not allowed Loudonville to get those 7 points on the board. So still a 28-point lead for the Cougars as we get ready for the second half here.
And that'll wrap up our Maumee Bay Turf Center halftime show. Is happening now on the OH Report in the third quarter. Mohawk up 3-0 over Calvert. So defensive battle over there on one of the other games. I believe that's on Channel 1. So if you're looking for that game, head on over there. And seems like their game will wrap up before ours, but seems like that's a good one out there.
That's from a little bit closer of a game, only 3-0. So defensive battle there. You don't typically see 3-0 in high school football. Usually putting up touchdowns and not field goals, but Mohawk able to get out to their early lead. They've been hanging on that, clinging to it. It's still an early 3-0 lead. Just take a look at Coach Averdale, Cade Moore, and Addison Raymer down there chopping it up.
Yeah, I feel like 3-0, a pretty unique score, at least at the high school level. You had one last year, what was it, 6-7 Ontario Galleon.
Yep.
So pretty interesting one as well. You normally see anything 2 or 5. That's weird as well. So maybe I believe they call that scoreagami.
Yeah, it's from those weird scores, I believe, but I guess we'll make that up. We're calling it scoreagami.
I actually saw that on a secret on an SB Nation video. So I did not trademark that. That's John Boyce. That's his term. So as much as I would love to take credit, scoreagami though 3-0. I'm sure it's been done before.
I'm sure it has.
Now, backyard football game that ends in 3-0. You ever played a backyard football game with field goals?
No. Backyard football's all offense. We're not playing like the 95 Bears or the 85 Bears.
Well, you let me know if you think it's exciting when you have a game finally that ends in 3-0, because it is. It's fun.
I'm sure you're the one kicking the field goal, too.
Oh, I am. And it's just one of your down linemen. They're just holding their hands up, and you have to kick it through their upright hands.
Got to make do.
Got to make do with what you got. As to start their third quarter, Crestview will receive, going left to right. Set to kick it away is Aiden Nybert for the Redbirds. So big offense, like you said, a big possession for both teams. As this will probably dictate how the momentum goes here, at least for the early goings of the third quarter. Right as the sun is setting here at Scott Bailey Memorial Field. Third quarter action right underway. A little bit of an onside kick. Looking like the Super Bowl. What was that? Saints Colts right there. Onside kick. Sean Payton. Onside kick to start the second half.
That was number 27, Marcus Chasey. Rolling up on that one. And securing that onside kick. So a little bit of trickery up John Pateguli's sleeve here for the Redbirds to start the second half. Trying to get a quick change of possession. See if Crestview's not paying attention. Fumbles that ball, but able to stay on their toes. Get the offensive side of the ball ready to go. And that's going to be a neutral zone infraction. I believe Peyton Regan and the Redbirds. So jumped off sides. did the Redbirds here to start the first play of the second half.
That was me right there. I always jumped off sides on defense too, as Crestview's going to get some free yards on that possession. Smart play there to go with the hard count right out of the second quarter break from Coach Averdale.
I know coaches love to gripe on players that jump off sides, but it actually is really hard.
It's hard,
It
man.
actually is, man. Like, if you're not watching the ball like they should be, but Wade bowling his way through a couple Loudonville defenders, but not able to get much more. Now it's going to be about 2nd and 4 for the Cougars.
I don't know, Garrett. To me, it always was like, would you rather be laid off the ball all the time or offside some of the times? And I don't know. I guess in my head it made more sense to just be offside sometimes and pretty quick off the ball. But maybe that's just me, and, that's why I always cost our team free yards. Second down here. Hayden hands it off. Raymer has it, runs right into his own guy, able to stay on his feet and pick up quite a few yards and a first down as well.
The 13th first down for the Cougars here tonight, able to move the chains really at will so far tonight. Haven't had much trouble offensively other than the lone interception from Kuhn. And now they're looking to punch this in on the other side of the field, now in Loudonville's territory.
I thought the turnover was a fumble.
No, it was a interception.
Okay. I thought Kate
from
Cunningham had
Hayden
it.
Wolford.
Yeah. That's right. Flags all over the field. I believe that's going to be a false start on the offense. So, illegal procedure, excuse me. So, Crestview back 5 yards. They'll start this one at 1st and 15. And, hey, we finally have a touchdown there at Calvert. They are going up 6-0 as we speak in the third quarter, and that is playing on Channel 1. OH Report, Channel 1, if you're looking for that game.
It's a little bit closer affair. Now up 3 points is Calvert, pending the PAT. Cougars up 28 here, looking to add on to their total. Hand off to Raymer to the left side. Wade Bowen with the blocking. Looks like Raymer's going to get just about to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard behind it. It's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Cougars.
Take a look on the Kissel's Lawncare replay. Raymer, first game at running back. He's been making a pretty healthy impact, though, on his carries, able to cut it outside a couple of times and use his speed and quickness to make some things happen here offensively for Crestview.
A lot of scoring for the Cougars here tonight. I believe Bowen's got 2 touchdowns, Raymer's got a touchdown, and then Kuhn has the 2 through the air. So, been lighting up the scoreboard, have the Cougars here, and now Raymer able to get a good chunk of yardage here. Looks like a 7-yard run. Looking like 3rd and 5 here for the Cougars. Nice blocking from Ringler, really leading the way, and great way from Raymer just to follow his guys and get right behind him for a good gain. And now, like I said, 3rd and 4 here for the Cougars. Very manageable for this offense. Has been having a great game so far. Let's see if they add another first down to their tally.
Kuhn now under center. He hands it off. Cleet Rogers. I believe he's going to be 1 or 2 yards short of the first down. So here we go, Garrett. Big decision here. It's going to be about 4th and 2, 4th and 1. Do you go for it here in Redbirds territory?
Just 4th and 2, Storm. I think you roll the dice and go for it here. Your defense has been able to pretty well manage Loudonville's offense other than that turnover they had in the first half. So I think Coach Haverner's going to agree, and he's going to roll the dice here and go for it. Be curious if they like to go with the run. They got Cleet Rogers in the backfield instead of Addison Raymer. Him and Wade Bowen. It's going to be a handoff to Cleet, and he's not going to get it, Storm. He's going to get stuffed by the Loudonville defensive line, and great play. It's some more momentum for the Redbirds. They're going to get the ball back.
So here we go. This is where things get interesting here in the third quarter. We're still early, still a ton of time left. So if Loudonville able to put together a scoring drive, Garrett Crestview could be in some hot water.
Crestview's got to come out here and respond defensively. They got to get a stop, get a turnover, force Loudonville to be uncomfortable on offense. Let's see what the Birds come out with.
And Garrett, this is where Crestview's been effective all night as well. They've been really good at shutting down the Loudonville offense, so we'll see if that continues or if Loudonville can maybe crack the code as that one goes to the right for about 3 yards.
Elected to run the ball a little bit more here on their last couple of possessions, including the first half with Peyton Regan. And he was really their workhorse back last year. The honorable mention kind of gets those yards that not many people can get, just those in between the guards, just a couple of yards that you need, and he's able to deliver there. This looks like it's 2nd and 7.
Sprang in the backfield, look like they're setting up the screen. They decide to hand it off, and falling forward now is Peyton Reagan. Not enough for the first down, so it will be 3rd and short as Loudonville trying to put up some more points on the board.
Not sure how he was able to fall forward and get some more yards. Looked like he was stopped around the line of scrimmage. Able to just put his head down, use his strength and his body weight to get a couple more yards. And now 3rd and manageable here, 3rd and 4, it looks like, for the Redbirds.
We'll see what kind of play they decide to call. Quick outside screen. They're going to pick up the first down, and more is. It takes 2 Crestview Cougars to bring down Micah Simpson on that great reception. It'll be a first down and plenty more.
They love this little play-action bubble screen, Storm, sending the inside wide receiver up the block. And then Simpson, he has the lone touchdown for the Redbirds, as now they're going to use a little bit of tempo. They got two guys in the backfield besides Sprang. That's Beachy and Regan. Beachy now in motion, a little play action. Little keeper here for Sprang, and he's going to get a good chunk of yardage. Looks like another 5-6 yard gain as the clock continues to roll.
So momentum on Loudonville's side right now, Garrett, as they are marching down the field. Great little read option play right there. Sean Bailey able to make the tackle. But, I mean, talk about how great this would be for Loudonville if they're able to score here and put up another touchdown. They had one right before halftime, so we'll see if they can get it done and get back into the end zone.
It was an easy pitch and catch right there, Storm, and they had blockers out there to get some good yards. Take a look at the Kissel's Lawncare replay. Going right back to Simpson, that same sort of play, and just wasn't able to corral it. Looked like he had a little bit of an alley, maybe make a couple people miss, and could have been off to the races, but not able to haul that one in. Is now a crucial 3rd and 3 here for the Birds. They need this one desperately.
We've seen that a couple of times from Loudonville, a couple of drop passes, one resulting in an interception as Loudonville rolls out right, wants to go deep. They had a man. That was Camden Beachy wide open there, but just a little too much on it for Matthew Sprang. And here comes another interesting question, Garrett. On 4th and short, down this much, I think definitely you have to go for it.
Yeah, I'm definitely rolling the dice here and going for it. I like the play call there, having Frankfurt come underneath and just roll out to the flats and see if he can get the first down. But it was a great job from Crestview. Able to just keep them in their wraps, and I think Coach Battaglia is going to agree with the Storm. He might go for this, and he will.
Direct snap to Sprang, rolls out to his right, throws back across his body. Great play as Peyton Regan wide open, 5. Touchdown, Loudonville. 13 points now for them, and a perfect play call from the Loudonville coaching staff.
Storm, they ran the exact same play, and they seen that nobody was over here covering Regan, because I had seen the exact same thing up here. There was nobody on this backside covering. They all floated with the right. Beautiful play call. That's exactly what you want out of the staff. I'm sure the guys up here up top alerted them down there that nobody's up back here covering Regan, and they hit him with a nice little wheel ride out of the backfield. Tremendous play call for Loudonville here to get them back in this game.
We'll see now if Nybert can put that one through, and he splits the upright. It's good, 14-35, Garrett, and Crestview running out of answers here in the mid-goings of the third.
Now a 21-point lead. A nice pitch and catch here, and what a beautiful, beautiful play. I almost mentioned it too, that there was nobody back here guarding Regan, and maybe if he could get it over here, it would be a touchdown. There was absolutely nobody over here, and a perfect call to set it up. Perfect wheel route too. And now just a 21-point advantage, Storm. So we got a game on our hands. If Crestview can't get any points on the board and give it right back to Loudonville, things might get a little dicey for the Cougars.
And Garrett, that's kind of the chess match that is football. You know, it's not, you come in with set plays, but those are always changing depending on what you see on the field, the type of movement you see, how the guys are on the field. That, like I said, that's just the chess match that football is. It's not one set play. They can all adjust. They can all change on the fly. It's a very thought-provoking game.
It's all depending on the other team's tendencies and their alignments. It's kind of hard to judge a team coming in until you actually get on the field and kind of see what they're doing and how they play, whether they're aggressive or they're conservative on the back end. They like the jump routes or not. And Crestview right there, they were rolling out with the QB, trying to force him out of bounds over there to the right, able to throw back across his body, get it out there to the running back for 6.
Bryce Perkins has it now off of the kickoff from Loudonville. He stopped short of the 25-yard line, Garrett, and we'll see if Crestview can put some answers together here with just over 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
It's kind of one of those big boy drives, Storm, to be the great team that Crestview wants to be and kind of assert their dominance here in this Richland, Ashland County area. They got to drive down here and get points. They can't hang their heads. I know Loudonville's been crawling back into this thing. Only down 21 points here and plenty of time here. I believe 6:03 left in the third quarter. They got to have a big-time drive here. At least take away some of that clock to melt down the chance for Loudonville to get going. And another handoff, and Loudonville's defense getting some momentum. It looks like we're going to be a flag, Storm. Not sure who that's going to be against.
It's a big flag right here.
It's going to be a face mask against Loudonville. So a huge break for Crestview. Take a look at it on the replay, see if we can see it. Hard to tell from this angle. But that would have been a big stop for Loudonville. Pushing Crestview behind the chains. Can't shoot yourself in the foot like they did right there. And face mask, I believe, is a 15-yard penalty. So they're going to be marching up quite a bit here. As now Crestview almost to midfield.
Now you'll have to enlighten me, Garrett. Is there no swipe down tactic in football when there's a foul or a penalty on the play?
No, you got to watch the swipe down here
because you don't want to get their face mask, right?
Face mask.
So Kuhn rolls out to his right. He's able to find Raymer for a quick pitch and catch. But, yeah, you definitely don't want to be coming down on someone and clip their face mask. So even in football, Garrett, I got to bring it up, Garrett. I always have to.
Don't want to swipe down, too, when they're running away from you. You might grab the
horse collar.
Swiping down, you just can't do it.
You shouldn't do it, ever, in any sport. It's a recipe for not success. Recipe for disaster, some might say. Kuhn has it in the backfield. Out of shotgun, he hands it off to Raymer. Picks up about 5 on that play.
Great push from the offensive front there from Crestview. Raymer was able to just hide behind his big guys right there for, I believe, 3 or 4 yards before he was even touched. Now a big third down here. Looks like it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4-ish. If Crestview can't get this, it'd be a big call whether Coach Averdale and his staff would like to go for it here, but we got 3rd down first.
Kuhn takes the snap. Read option, decides to keep it himself, gets the first down. Great read option right there as Kuhn able to pick up 7 or 8 yards on that one and move the chains.
This little veer option there from Hayden Kuhn. He's got the option to either hand it off to Raymer or keep it. Sees the linebacker right there. I believe that was Wolford. Following at us, Raymer was able to keep it, sneak right underneath him, and get the big-time first down. And that'll settle Crestview a little bit. The nerves of Loudonville's creeping back into this thing. Get a first down, kind of settle down, just get back to your game.
Another handoff to Raymer, trying to hit the outside. Great block right there. Another face mask. So that's going to be 15 yards on the end of that run. And let's see the replay, Garrett. Let's see if it speaks true. The old swipe down technique.
I didn't want to interrupt you, Storm, but I seen it as soon. Right there, yep. Didn't even swipe down at all.
Yeah, I did. He came over, man. Can't be doing that, man. I was the offsides guy, but I was never the face mask guy. I was always the clean wrap. I was a clean tackler. I was in 6th grade. So now Crestview in healthy position, and Loudonville a couple of detrimental penalties on this drive that has given Crestview some life. As another handoff to Raymer. picks up a few. And
you mentioned it, Storm, in your last sentence. Just most of these yards are coming from Loudonville's face mask, or like none of these roll chunk plays are coming from Crestview. So this drive has been really just hurting themselves. Loudonville has on the defensive end. They've been there for most of the run plays and most of the tackling. They've done a great job. It's just been the penalties are really killing them right now.
Little draw play to Raymer. Could not make Frankfurt miss, so he'll be taken down. Frankfurt on the tackle. Another big third down, Garrett. And I'd like to see, Crestview maybe try to pass the ball a little bit more. I know they're trying to waste some clock, but they've been having a lot of success with their passing game here so far.
We mentioned it coming right out of the halftime break. 13 of 17 for Kuhn, 193 and 2 tuds. Continue to throw out that aerial attack, Storm. But I like what Havertill's doing here, just milking the clock, kind of taking the wind out of the sails of Loudonville. I don't know if he's going to get there, Storm, for the first down. He's definitely not. So another 4th down call here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see if Havertill sends out the field goal unit. What do we got, Storm? 4th and 3?
Maybe. Probably around 4th and 3, but Hayden Kuhn looks like he's going to stay out there. I'm sure that Devin Holloway's chopping at the bit, though, to get out there and kick this field goal.
Give a shout-out to him, too. He's one of the best field goal kickers I've seen in the area.
Better knock on wood, or Steve Haverdale is going to be calling you tonight pretty upset.
I knocked on the desk, Coach. So.
Hayden Kuhn now on a big 4th down, hands it off, bowling his way past the first down marker, moving the chains. It'll be 1st and goal after that run from Wade Bolin.
You need 3 yards. Who else are you going to give it to there? You're giving it to Wade Bolin. I mean, this dude looks like he has lived in the weight room since he was like 5 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it looks like he was literally lifting weights since he was in like grade school.
Even when we were in high school and he was in middle school, I mean, he was huge. Him and his brother, they're both just big guys.
So 1st down here for the Cougars, 1st and goal. Another chance to put some more points on the board. And a nice drive here from Crestview, wasting the clock too, and then looking for another chance to add points on the board. This one's going to be a handoff underneath too and get tripped up. Looks like that was a handoff to Michael Mays. That'll be his first handoff of the season, and he was able to maybe get past him. He had some blockers up there. Maybe could have been a touchdown, but nice shoestring tackle from James Henley.
Frankie Seidel says, love watching the broadcast with her tortoise, which is also my tortoise, which is via OH Report founder Brian Skoronski. So hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope Tortimus is getting his healthy fill of strawberries. As Muff snapping, maybe a little bit of fumble Ruski play as Hayden Kuhn picks up a couple there. That'll be 3rd down on the broken play.
Maybe a little bit of Butterfinger Storm at the halftime break for maybe Crestview.
Think he had one in his locker?
Maybe had one in his locker, got a little hungry at the break. He's been having a big game and just blatantly dropped it. So a little bit of a miscue there for Crestview, but now sets up a 3rd down and goal. Looks like from about the 7-yard line. I think if they went for it before, I think this is 4-down territory here for Crestview.
Always got to wash your hands after the Butterfingers, Garrett. Always got
Especially
to.
Warsh.
Hayden Kuhn now. Fake handoff, gets it outside to Raymer. He's going to get inside for the touchdown. Another running touchdown for the Cougars as they're able to put up even more points and put this further out of reach.
And now we see a little bit of the light show, Storm.
Woo!
New lights that Crestview put in here. Got a shout out to Colton Baker up here running the lights. Got some oohs in the eyes from the crowd.
He about put you on your bottom, Garrett, running over here. Saw him weave in between the announcer and then gave you the forearm shiver. He was destined to get to that button.
And I'm kind of blocking the screen over here because I'm so big, but we're kind of tight quarters up here.
I don't think I've ever seen that before in a high school stadium. That is awesome. The little
super cool feature that they got.
I think we got it on replay.
Here's the replay of the touchdown. It was a fake give to Bowler and then the counter action to Raymer.
Oh, we didn't get any of the light show. I wanted to see it again, so hopefully Crestview will score and we'll be able to see it again. But Don't get me wrong, great run by Raymer, but I just have never seen anything like that before in high school.
I believe Tim Kuhn was saying that they light up in color too.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
So,
Wasn't he saying he could control it from his phone too?
Yeah.
Pretty rad. So Crestview, the new turf, they got new LEDs in their scoreboard, new lights. Here's some rumors about them maybe extending the stands back. So, this might be being put in a bid for a neutral game for the playoffs.
Well, I heard with the new lights you can do night track events too, so it offers more than just football.
They can pivot?
I believe that you can.
There it is.
We go.
Wow.
Yay.
Adam Thompson, our director, always bringing the best replays. As Devin Holloway set to kick this one away. Beachy has it. Finds a gap right up the middle and like a head-on collision right there. He's able to get it out to the 30-yard line.
So I expect Loudonville really to just get away from the running game and really pass the ball from here on out. Just try to get us down the field as fast as possible and try to get some points on the board to get back into this game as it's back down to 28.
And Garrett, how big is a week 1 win for a team? I mean, this is like a lot of people will say that week 1 is the most important week of the entire season. I mean, how important is it to start off with a win?
Well, it's great to start off on the right foot. You don't want to be behind schedule if you start out 0-1. To start off 1-0, and you get those jitters out of playing in front of everybody and playing in front of the lights because you're just typically used to the scrimmages that you had all year. And we see Loudonville go back to that screenplay that they love out there to Micah Simpson. Looks like he's going to get about 5 yards, so 2nd and 5 for the Redbirds.
Clock winding down here in the third quarter. I think that'll do it for the third quarter. 42-14 your score in favor of the Crestview Cougars. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Fourth quarter action coming up next, live and free on the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Kissel's Lawncare. There's no job too big or too small for us to handle. With top-of-the-line equipment, we are guaranteed to complete your next landscaping job efficiently and professionally. A hard-working, dedicated team is what we take pride in, bringing to every job to make sure the results are the best they can be. So the next time you have a landscaping project that needs done, think smart and think Kissel.
Welcome back to Scott Bailey Memorial Field. Storm Blunchley joined by the illustrious Garrett Parlett. Fourth quarter action right underway as there's a bubble screen from the Loudonville Redbirds. And a big hit there from Wade Bolin as Frankfurt seems a little slow to get up, and tough hit right there to take.
It's one of those hits, Storm, you don't really see coming as Frankfurt's going to catch the bubble screen. And great play from Hayden Kuhn. They're forcing the ball inside, forcing to the rest of your teammates, and it's kind of a sitting duck right there for Wade Bolin. So he's able to get up and shake this one off.
And never something you like to see. Injury is just a part of the game. Looks though like it's
I think it might be a cramp.
Not with the head at least,
Yeah.
so looks like it's just kind of the right leg bothering him as we take another look at the Kissel's Lawncare replay.
See if maybe his ankle got turned up underneath him or something. It's kind of hard to tell from our angle.
Just thankful it's not a head thing, with football. You see a lot of things with the helmet to helmet and stuff. So looks like they're just trying to maybe work out a cramp for him as trainers are attending to him, and looks like he's going to get up and be able to walk off on his own power. So sigh of relief over the fans of both Crestview and Loudonville as Zach Frankfurt is able to get up and jog off. So thankfully, looked just like a cramp. So, whew.
Good to see. It's kind of some of the bad things that come with football. Such a physical sport. Kind of relies on obviously hitting the opposing team, and sometimes that can cause issues that you don't want to see, and able to walk off the field under his own power as Frankfurt. So great to see. Is now Loudonville's got to come out here on a big third down, about 3rd and 1. I expect them to probably try to keep this on the ground.
Sprang in shotgun, hands it off.
Great play.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Garrett, as that was a great defensive stand for Crestview. And Loudonville, it's 4-down territory now. Actually kept onto it.
Great play from Barker. He was really playing running back and had the athletic ability, too, to stem outside. We got to wrap up the QB, and this probably be the game right here, Storm. If Loudonville picks this up, they cling to just a little bit of life. Chris was able to slam the door here, I think, if they get the ball back and get a score in.
Definitely 4th and manageable as Matthew Sprang has it. Sends a guy in motion. That's Beachy. Drops back. Wide open over the middle. It's caught. Great play there from James Henley as he picks up a huge play. And there is still a pulse on the Loudonville Redbirds.
And I really thought, Chris, you had him, Storm, for a sack in the backfield. Let's see who. I thought somebody let up a little bit here at the end of the play. That was I couldn't tell from our angle if he was there or not, Storm Barker, but nice pitch and catch over there to Henley from Sprang.
A little bit of life now for the Redbirds. Sprang hands it off. Great run defense there as Peyton Regan not able to get anything on that one. Clock continues to run here in the 4th quarter. 42-14 on your Park National Bank scoreboard. Loudonville's going to have to kind of pick up the urgency, I feel like, as the clock continues to run under 10 minutes, and they're going to take a timeout. Tonight's high school football broadcast is brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Kissel's Lawncare. Contact Kissel's Lawncare for all of your snow plowing, spray painting, and lawn care needs. Ashland-Wooster Drive In. Stop in for our fresh cut fries, homemade root beer, and your favorite conies. Get sauced at the stand. Maumee Bay Turf Center. Simonson Constructions. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Sutton Bank. Earn cash rewards of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa. Garrett Calvert able to put up another touchdown, so 14-3 the score over there as Calvert.
Bit of a surprise.
Jumping ahead.
I think a lot of us thought that Mohawk was going to be the leader in that game, at least at this point. 14-3 with around 11 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. So Calvert looking to hold on to that lead and pick up a big Week 1 win.
Laundry on the field as that's going to be a false start, I believe, from number 12, Dylan Fenton. I think he was lined up off the ball, so Loudonville's going to back up just a little bit, and that's a big sigh of relief there from the Crestview Cougars.
I see Liam Coonstorm down here warming up for Crestview, so maybe the starters for Crestview aren't going back in after this possession. That might change, though, depending on if Loudonville's able to capitalize. They're going to throw one deep, and he's got a man wide open, not able to catch it, Storm, and bring it in. That one was going to go for 6 by far. Beautiful play design with the pump fake, too.
I mean, there wasn't a defender within 10 yards. That was great. We've seen a couple of really, really great calls here from the Loudonville coaching side.
They've been running this bubble Storm right here, and he's going to fake. And, I mean, that's why you run so many of those bubble plays, is because you set up plays like that where you fake like you're going to go block, you fake the bubble screen, and then you go deep, and they had it. It worked to perfection, just not able to capitalize and turn those one into points.
Yeah, Bryce Perkins tried to jump that route, as that could have spelled disaster for the Cougars defense, but a lucky break is that's going to be another flag, and I believe that's going to be a false start on the Redbirds. And the penalties here in the second half, Garrett, it was a pretty clean first half, but it has been rough for them discipline-wise in the second half.
Yeah, both sides really struggling now. There was only 2 penalties in the first half. Both were on the Cougars. And now the offense is going to have to back it up. It's now just looks like we'll go ahead and call it 3rd and Ollisburg Storm, as it's
great call.
or reliable.
I haven't heard that one in about an hour. 9:56 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Really is 3rd and forever, though, as
it's about 3rd and 21.
QB drops back, screen play. Swallowed up, big hit there from Caden Cunningham. And a great tackle in the backfield. 4th and long now for the Redbirds.
And this is great discipline right here. Watch Caden Cunningham the entire play. Down at the bottom of your screen, he's going to look. He sees the screens coming and just absolutely blows it up. Beautiful tackle. Head right on the hip right there. Wraps the defender up. And I think they even lost yards on that Storm. So it looks like 4th and about 23. I think at this rate, Loudonville's just going to go ahead and send it. Try to go for it.
Full send only.
Going to get a timeout from Loudonville.
So timeout here from the Redbirds.
That might be their last one, Storm, I believe.
We're kind of in the cubby. We can't really see
the scoreboard. Yeah, I have a hard time looking at the scoreboard.
You think we would, smarten up and maybe keep track of it ourselves, but that's why there's a scoreboard.
They do. They got one timeout left. They have one timeout left.
Do you imagine what it's like being part of the Kuhn brothers, though? I mean, just a long lineage of quarterbacks and athletes. Even the father, Tim Kuhn. I mean, he's in the weight room. I feel like more than a lot of players are.
Well, Storm, you got to think. When Ross was still QB here, Hayden came in, and those situations when the game was kind of over, just kind of coming to get some experience. And now for Hayden to be in the role of Ross, and now Liam to be in the role of Hayden, to come in for Hayden and relieve him of his duties. I'm sure here in a couple years, Storm, we'll be seeing Liam leading the Cougars. Could even be next year.
How awesome would that must be, man, to see your older brother, playing and learn from him. As Loudonville is going to get wrapped up, a host of Cougars.
I believe it was a fumble too, Storm.
Pounce on the quarterback first. There was Sean Bailey. Fumble on the play. It will not matter, as it was 4th down, and Crestview's going to take over. And great defense, quick off the ball by the Crestview line, and a beautiful sack.
Sent the blitz. Did Tim Scheid and that defensive staff. And look at how fired up Sean Bailey was, being the first one to get there and able to force the fumble and retain it. Crestview has nothing to do but kind of just run this clock out, maybe punch it in for 6, and really slam the door here on the visiting Redbirds.
So it still is Hayden at quarterback. Probably won't do any passing, as there's another face mask it almost looked like, but Micah Mays able to stumble forward for quite a bit of yards.
You thought it was a face mask, Storm? Let's see if it was.
Gotta be.
It's close.
Is it just the face mask, or can
I don't
you
know
not
if
grip anywhere
I think
in the
he grabbed
helmet?
the ear hole, which I think
Which that's okay.
Which I feel like definitely has to.
Is that okay or not?
We will learn after tonight.
I didn't read the rule book beforehand, guys. I'm sorry. I did the spark notes on it, but they must have missed that or something. As Hayden hands this one outside, excuse me. As that time, Bo Weiser, first Redbird there to make the tackle.
All Crestview's got to do is try to run this clock down as much as possible. They're going to wait for the play clock tick down every single time before they snap it. See if they can get out of here with a Week 1 win and beat Loudonville for the second year in a row.
On Thursday night, too. 368 days? 58 days. 48 days?
No, 364.
364. That's how many days are in a year.
Well, 365.
365.
But it was the 19th last
One
year.
less.
Hey, we muted Storm's mic, so we got to worry about that no more.
I don't know how many days are in a year, guys. Once you're not in like college or high school anymore, the days, they all blend together. Every day is the same day. How many days are in a year?
365. Storm.
I'm just messing around.
Yeah, I don't know where you getting 48 from.
I don't know. I'm nervous, guys. It's my first game still. I'm nervous. 7 minutes left. Hayden Kuhn under center. Fakes it twice. Going to roll out and sling this one down the field. I believe the pass is broken up, and that'll bring up 4th down here for the Cougars offense.
Try to see them not keep it on the ground there. Try to milk some more clock. Maybe just trying to get the ball and get the first down and try to really just run this clock out. But I think that was 4th down, Storm, and now it's going to be first. So turnover on down from the Cougars as they give it up to Loudonville. Loudonville still down 28 here in the 4th with 6:52 remaining.
3rd down, 1st down, 4th down, 5th down. Days in a year. Don't trust me with numbers.
It's been a long day.
It's been quite a long day, to say the least, I think. Speaking of long days, tomorrow we got a full slate of games on the actual football Friday night. Unfortunately, Garrett, our Golden Voices won't be on the broadcast as that one. A little bit of pinball wizardry on that play as it ends up in the hands of the Redbirds, but it could have very well been going the other way for 6.
Yeah, that was going to be a pick 6 by far. I believe that was Bryce Perkins out there. He knew it, too.
Read that play to perfection.
So close to getting it, but they teach that tip drill, Storm, and Loudonville able to come away with it and at least get some kind of yardage out of it.
So now 2nd down after the completion. Another bubble screen outside the flats. Not enough for the 1st down. But Dylan Fenton picks up about 9 on the play.
Now under 6 minutes remaining here in this game. Looks like it's 3rd and inches, Storm. See what Loudonville looks to do here.
Sprang in shotgun. 3-step drop. Goes deep. Picked off by Raymer. Big defensive play as this one could go for 6. Blockers in front of him, and that's going to be the bow on top. The Crestview Cougars with a big defensive stop.
Man, Storm, Madison Raymer's having himself a game today. And there's the light show, Storm, that we wanted to see. 2 touchdowns here today. Make that one a 3rd one. And that one coming on the defensive end. And look at the blocks here. Just laying the convoy. Ooh, Owen Barker laid a hit stick right there, Storm. Touchdown Cougars. They go up 48-14, pinning the PAT.
Devin Holloway now. Setting up the PAT for his squad. That one up and good. Now the scoreboard reads 49-14 in favor of the Crestview Cougars. And what a big defensive stop there on 3rd and inches to seal this one on a Thursday night.
What a performance here for the Cougars. Putting up 49 points, only allowing 14, and dominant performance from Crestview here tonight.
Picking up right where they left off, Garrett, as this is kind of the scores you'd see last year. Absolutely kind of just rolling through teams, and a big part of it was their defense last year, and it seems like that's what it's going to be this year, as there have been quite a few takeaways from the Cougars defense.
Cougars are a great team, got a great schedule coming up too. Next week at East Knox, following that They got Highland, and then later in the year they got Lucas, of course, and then St. Paul, a tough Firelands conference. Take a look at that replay. You see Addis Raymer check the rear view mirrors, and then Owen Barker laying the block down and laying the foundation for Raymer to just walk in for 6 and a party at the end zone.
Put that in 5th gear, turning on the Jets as Holloway sends this one away. Turn man for Loudonville is Beachy. Able to get out to the 33-yard line, and with just over 5 minutes left to go here in the 4th, we're at the running clock rule here, so we'll see if Loudonville can put some points up on the board.
Here's an opportunity for Loudonville to really open up the playbook and see what they can get here offensively. Try some plays that maybe they've been working on in practice, just to take something in the next week. Never want to leave a game without having the opportunity to at least take some momentum into the next week.
Something you learned? And that was our thing from basketball, too. We're bringing a lot of the basketball stuff over here.
The knowledge is still in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's still locked and key in my brain.
I mean, a lot of that stuff, a lot of the stuff you learn in sports you can use in your everyday life, the team building, the teamwork, the work ethic, things like that. So I don't like to call it recycled material. I like to just say it can apply to a multitude of different things.
I really didn't know what to expect coming out here with Crestview. I knew that they were a great team. I just didn't know how they would be able to handle, the expectation. It's been a while since they've kind of had those, and they've handled it with ease, Storm. They really showed a lot. I think they showed a lot of people in the media why everyone thinks they're going to be a great team, and they're showing here tonight. But Loudonville not giving up. Peyton Regan right here fighting for some extra yardage. That's going to be a first down for the Redbirds.
44, that's an interesting number, Garrett, for a running back. You don't really see that one. A lot of the times the skill guys, running back, wide receiver, quarterback, they'll have the lower numbers. But 44, I kind of like that for a running back.
I believe Regan also plays linebacker, so typically linebackers are in the 40s. That's more kind of the number range for that. But in high school, you can play both sides of the ball. And Regan's been doing it really his entire high school career. Did it last year. Mentioned a couple times he was honorable mention Pac-7, but now Loudonville in the KMAC, so they're going to be playing the likes of Northmore and East Knox. I'm sure KMAC Trav. We've seen a lot of the Redbirds.
This was probably tough for him as Loudonville going deep, almost picked off again, but probably tough for him to pick a winner. He's on the Crestview bandwagon, but he's KMAC Trav, so kind of torn. I wonder what team he wanted to win this one. Probably the KMAC team.
Hand in his face right there, spraying, just kind of loading it up, launching it out there, seeing if one of his guys can get it. Not able to capitalize. Storm, Lasagna Nardi, he loves some KMAC football. He'll be seeing them tomorrow as he's going to be out at Northmore, and his castle. They got him a little chair out there. They treat him right out there at Northmore. So if you want to watch that one, tune in tomorrow night as the screen here for the Redbirds. From spraying the Regan, he's not going to capitalize. And all the way down to 2:20 Storm here in the fourth quarter. Already mentioned.
Oh, I thought it was going to be barring any sort of miracle.
Oh, no.
I jumped the gun on it.
I've changed a little bit of my verbiage, Storm, from basketball. Just a little bit. But we mentioned Crestview's at East Knox next week. That'll be here on the OH Report. And Loudonville, I believe they travel to Utica. So be a great matchup for them to see if they can try to get back in the win column and move to 500 on the year.
And Garrett, that East Knox game between Crestview, that's become kind of a rivalry. As that playoff game that they had a few years ago, and then last year, the big revenge game. So the series is at 1-1 out of 3, and that's become a big matchup, I think, on Crestview's schedule.
I know East Knox lost a couple key guys, including their quarterback Peyton Lester and Shane Knepp, who was. All the sports Shane Knepp did, he was an all-Ohioan type caliber player. So that dude was a stud. So they're losing a lot down in Howard country, but we know how they love their football, Storm. And when you got a community that rallies the way they do, and especially Crestview having to travel to East Knox, that's going to be no easy feat for Crestview to go in there and win that game, and especially on the road. It's such a tough environment to play at. One of probably my favorite fields to go and cover games at. You're just kind of in like a bowl, and everyone is really so close together. Super cool stadium to be a part of, and it's a great environment down there in Howard.
Definitely. That community lives and breathes football. You know, it's kind of between them and Lucas for which town loves their high school football the most. And I'm not sure about that one. I don't think I could pick if you made me.
It's kind of like, you know, those stories in the movies where like the last person in the town shuts the lights off. That's if you don't know about East, that's honestly what it really feels like to me. Like, I mean, they're just. It's a party down there, man. It's just fun to be a part of.
I mean, when it was, 2019 when we covered them, correct? Those playoff games, those last couple ones at Marion Harding, I would really not be surprised if every person from Howard, Ohio was in the stands. I mean, their fan base is dedicated. Yeah, legit, their whole town was there.
Treat us, too, with great hospitality.
Oh, always appreciate that.
So, shout out to East Knox. We'll be seeing you next week, as I'm sure we'll have a crew out there
getting goosebumps
for that Crestview game.
Is it us? Should be, right?
I don't think it's us.
Ah.
I think we're on a different game, Storm.
Well, hopefully everyone has a bunch of fun at that one, because that's the Bunchy way. I just hope everyone enjoys it, as we're under a minute here left in the fourth quarter. It seems like 49-14 will be your final. Barring a miracle. Matthew Sprang drops back, rolls out to his left. A couple of Cougars chasing him down. He'll take off for just about 2 yards, and we'll see if the Redbirds elect to run one more play.
So, Crestview moved the 1-0 Storm on the year. Only had the one loss last year with 12-1, and continue in their winning ways, Storm. 13-1 after tonight in the past 2 seasons. Now they move on to a familiar foe against East Knox, as Loudonville not going to get anything to go. Still fighting, though, as Matthew Sprang, showing off the toughness, but that's going to do it.
49-14, your final here from Scott Bailey Memorial Field. The light show in full effect as the Cougars move to 1-0 on the home field. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with a player of the game interview as well as some final stats, so make sure you stick with us through this break. You've been watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Kissel's Lawncare. There's no job too big or too small for us to handle. With top-of-the-line equipment, we are guaranteed to complete your next landscaping job efficiently and professionally. A hard-working, dedicated team is what we take pride in, bringing to every job to make sure the results are the best they can be. So the next time you have a landscaping project that needs done, think smart and think Kissel.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hello and welcome back to Scott Bailey Memorial Field, where the Crestview Cougars were victorious over the Loudonville Redbirds, 49-14. Storm Blunchley joined by the illustrious Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, I know you're getting all dolled up for the camera down there, but tell me what you saw.
Well, Storm, I saw a dominant performance from Crestview, really just on all cylinders throughout the entire game. I know they had a couple of mishaps. They had the 2 turnovers, the Caden Cunningham fumble, and then the Hayden Kuhn interception that led to Loudonville points. But other than that, man, Crestview was pretty flawless, both passing the ball. Addis Raymer, 21 carries for 121 and 2 touchdowns. Then he had a pick 6 for another touchdown. So 3 total touchdowns for Addison Raymer. Heck of a performance for him. And the Cougars, man, making another statement, getting another Week 1 win against Loudonville. This one, 49-14, is now they look to head on the East Knox. And for Loudonville, not able to get it done here tonight. They struggled a lot on offense, especially defensively too. Not able to shut down the run game, and then that opened the passing game up for Crestview. So Loudonville just building some steps, a very young team and a new coaching staff, so they're getting their feet underneath them. But when they do, they got some guys that can get it done. They head off to Utica next week.
Take a look at the final stats here on our Maumee Bay Turf Center post-game show for the Crestview Cougars. 49 total points, 22 first downs, 178 rushing yards, 195 passing yards, 372 total yards, 2 turnovers, 4 penalties, and 30 penalty yards. For Loudonville, they put up 14 points tonight with 10 first downs, 35 rushing yards, 68 passing yards, 103 total yards, 2 turnovers, 4 penalties, 450 yards. And Garrett, there in the second half, we thought it was going to be a ball game, but unfortunately, Loudonville made some costly penalties, a couple of face masks that were led to some big yardage for the Cougars, gave them some great field position, and Crestview took it and ran.
It was a 35-14 mark when Crestview either had to get it going offensively or Loudonville was going to have to shut them down and really shot themselves in the foot. Crestview really wasn't able to do anything, but Loudonville wasn't able to capitalize on those situations. Crestview was eventually able to walk down and score a touchdown, making it 42-14, and then that pick 6 would really be the bow, the icing on the cake. Storm to put this one away as the Cougars dominate in exhilarating fashion, 49-14 here at Scott Bailey Memorial Field.
And Garrett, unless you see Addison Raymer on the horizon, I think we're going to take a quick break. You got anything down there from your vantage point?
Well, Storm, from what I can see, there's a huge line waiting to get out. There's only one way out over here, so I think we should probably take a break.
All righty, well, we'll take a break. Our post-game action will continue after this. You've been watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Kissel's Lawncare. There's no job too big or too small for us to handle. With top-of-the-line equipment, we are guaranteed to complete your next landscaping job efficiently and professionally. A hard-working, dedicated team is what we take pride in, bringing to every job to make sure the results are the best they can be. So the next time you have a landscaping project that needs done, think smart and think Kissel.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
What's up, America? Brian Skoronsky here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
Now joined by our Sutton Bank MVP, Addison Raymer, who had 21 carries for 121 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and a big exclamation point with a pick 6. I mean, just talk to me about how it feels. The summer's finally over. Thursday night, one of the first games here in the area. Just talk to me about how it feels to get a big win and start off 1-0.
It feels great. Obviously, you want to come out and get the opening win in front of a big crowd and do it in that fashion against a pretty improved and good team. Feels great.
And then first game at running back, talk to me. Were there any jitters pre-game, or were you feeling kind of confident? And what were you kind of thinking as the game kind of went along?
Yeah, I was a little jittery, I guess you could say, shaking off some rust. I played running back my freshman year, and then I went to receiver, so it's something to get used to against a live varsity defense other than scrimmages. But as the game went on, I feel like I improved. You got to give credit to the offensive line, too. Couldn't do it without them.
And then just talk to me about that big exclamation point you had, the pick 6. What were you looking for? The passing plays were there for Loudonville. You were able to shut it down and kind of shut down the game with that play.
We saw that in film throughout the week. I texted Coach Scheid and told him I want to get a pick off of it. So I saw it coming, and I just took my shot and hoped for the best.
Alrighty, man. A big game next week versus East Knox. Just talking about what you kind of saw, what you think you need to improve on, and how you feel about going into next week.
I think we just got to improve on our focus throughout the whole game. We kind of lost focus in the second quarter into the third, and that can't happen against a good team when we're trying to build a lead or come back on a win.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Addison Raymer. Congratulations on the big win. You can go ahead and take your headset off, go out and enjoy this one. Once again, your Sutton Bank player of the game is Addison Raymer, who had 21 carries for 121 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and a big pick 6. Oh, Garrett's back. Awesome.
Back, Storm, but he forgot his magnet.
Well, that means I get it, and that means I'm the MVP.
I'll give it to him. I'll find him a way.
All righty, Garrett. Final thoughts here from tonight before we wrap things up.
I was a little unsure, Storm, what really to expect. I thought Crestview was going to be a great team. I mentioned a couple times in the broadcast, but they really solidified, I think, tonight with a huge win. And I think that they're definitely going to be the talk of the town and going to be the talk of the area for best team here. So, but don't want to speak too soon. They got a tough game next week against East Knox and a couple tough games all season. And Loudonville, they're going to head off to Utica to look to see if they can respond and get a win on the year.
Your final score, 49-14, as Garrett's the big MVP here tonight on the OH Report. And that's going to do it here from Scott Bailey Memorial Field, 49-14, your final. Once again, I want to thank our very generous sponsors one last time. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Kissel's Lawncare. Contact Kissel's Lawncare for all of your snow plowing, spraying, painting, and lawn care needs. Ashland-Wooster Drive In. Stop in for fresh cut fries, homemade root beer, and your favorite conies. Get sauced at the stand. Maumee Bay Turf Center. Simonson Construction. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path to success. Sutton Bank. Earn the cash rewards you choose, or of your choice, for doing simple activities with Casasa, and Sutton Bank for sponsoring our MVP. Thank you so much to everyone who helped out with the broadcast and OH Report, and on behalf of everyone here at OH Report, have a safe trip home.